Hey, Pardon My Take listeners, you can find every episode on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Prime members can listen ad-free on Amazon Music. On today's Pardon My Take, Super Wildcard Weekend, we got Chris Long drafting quarterbacks this weekend. We have Coach Jeff Fisher. We're going to break down every game. We have a special Happy to Be There teaser, Cant Lose Parlay. We're going to talk about the games. We got Fyre Fest of the week. It's all here Friday before Super Wildcard Weekend, the first ever Super Wildcard Weekend. And it's brought to you by our friends at the Cash App. Pardon My Take is always brought to you by the Cash App. Not only is it the easiest place to send money to your friends, it's the safest. When you download the Cash App, you put in code Barstool, you get $10 for free, $10 to the ASPCA. The Cash App's giving money all the time on all their socials, Twitch, Instagram, Twitter, but you can't get any of it if you don't have a cash tag. And it is super easy to get a cash tag by just downloading the Cash App and putting in that code Barstool. Links directly to your bank account. It's the only app you need. That and maybe the Barstool Sportsbook and also Barstool Sports and maybe the iTunes wherever you listen to this. But other than that, and play Barstool, that's all you need. That is all. Maybe a couple like fun little games you play. I don't know. I have like a Fall Guys.
Tiny Wings.
Is that what it's called?
It's better than. Or are you thinking of Angry Birds?
No, I have like a Fall Guys, like fake Fall Guys on my phone.
Tiny Wings is similar.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's very fun.
Really?
Yeah.
Which is the one where it's Kate Upton that's always showing up on my timeline.
I think that's Google AdSense. It's
just
directing
Rick Riley's Twitter account.
Yeah, you made so many puns that they're now Kate Upton showing up. All right, so we are brought to you by the Cash App. It is the best app in the world. Download it right now. Download the Cash App from the App Store, Google Play Store today, and get involved with the Cash App. Okay, let's go.
And a lot of work to be done. No place to hang out or washing. And then I can't blame all on the sun. Oh no, we're gonna rock down to Electric Avenue. And then we'll take it higher. Oh, we're gonna rock down to Electric Avenue.
My Take, presented by Barstool Sports. Welcome to Pardon My Take, presented by the Cash App. Go download it right now. Use code Barstool. You get $10 for free, $10 to the ASPCA. Today is Friday, January 8th, Super Wildcard Weekend. Super Wildcard Weekend. How many times are we going to say Super Wildcard Weekend?
It feels better just because you toss an extra word on there. It's Mega Deluxe Wildcard Super Weekend. This is tied for my favorite weekend of the year with next weekend.
Yeah, March Madness.
Yeah, March Madness is pretty good when that gets kicked off. But just looking at all the games, I'm more confused than I am clear about any of these games.
Well, let's talk it out.
Let's hash
you
it out.
Talk it out?
Let's figure it out. Let's figure out what I think.
All right, let's talk out what we think. I think actually what we should do is we should talk it out. We should talk out how we could see it going. Maybe pros and cons for each team. Let's talk it out. Billy, you're welcome to chime in. Hank, you're welcome to chime in, even though you guys don't have teams in the playoffs. PFT, is your team in the playoffs?
My team is in the playoffs.
Oh, my team is too.
We made it to the dance.
Yeah, we made it to the dance.
We're actually dancing, baby.
We have a special teaser in the Barstool Sportsbook app that is the Happy to Be There teaser. That is the Bears and the Washington football team, and I think it's plus 120. Yeah, it is plus 120. Sorry, plus 125. Look at that. How can you not bet that? Plus 125, and you get the Bears at 16.5 and the Washington football team at 15.5.
Why not us?
I almost want to say that's can't lose, but I'm not going to.
It is close to can't lose.
It's as close to can't lose as you can get.
And you know what? We are happy to be there. Let's start with the Bears. No,
let's go order. I need to go order for my own brain.
Okay.
We have to go Saturday. We have to do that.
Okay.
It's like a build-up. My brain will fall apart if I don't do that because I've just been thinking about it very linear.
You're stuck to the concept of time, man.
Yeah. All right.
Sad.
Time. Whoa. Colts at Bills. I'm going to start with a stat for you, PFT. Phillip Rivers playing in temperature under 32 degrees, 1-5 all time.
There you go. Good enough for me. Rivers, you know what happens?
He's going to have to wear so many underlayers.
When it gets cold outside, Rivers freeze up. That's a fact in nature. It's going to be a fact this weekend. The boys from Lake Erie on both sides of it, I think, are going to win this weekend. Josh Allen's just playing too good.
Well,
he's playing like an insane person.
So the thought that is out there right now that has the Colts possibly hanging in this game and potentially winning this game, I do not think they will. I'm going to take the Bills, but is that they play a style of defense and they play a zone that has at least slowed down the Buffalo Bills at times this year. I don't buy it because Josh Allen, we've seen it even against the Steelers. Remember that Steelers game where the first half it was low scoring, second half it kind of broke wide open. Mm-hmm. Josh Allen's a playmaker. Guess what? You want to drop back in zone? He'll beat you with his feet. Like he can do everything. So I think they're humming. I'm really just going off of closing my eyes, thinking about a 29-degree day, thinking about Phil Rivers wearing 16 pairs of long johns and turtlenecks, and him trying to climb the pocket and pass the ball to like the far hash, and it just not getting. It
doesn't work in my brain either. He's gonna be wearing like that super dark tan Carhartt jacket underneath his uniform, and I will respect Jonathan Taylor.
Yes.
So Jonathan Taylor, if there's a way that the Colts win, it's by Jonathan Taylor running for 225 yards. But barring that, if he gets under 200 yards, then the Bills will win. That's the I think that's a metric that you can look at. Every single time Jonathan Taylor has rushed for over 210 yards in a game, the Colts win. So it's pretty simple. Just feed him the ball if you're the Colts.
That's like when you go back and look at time of possession stats after the fact, and you're like, well, when they have the ball for 40 minutes. Well, why did they have the ball for 40 minutes? Well, they got out to a 14-0 lead and were able to sit on it. Okay. Well, that also helps.
I do hope that the Colts can put up a banner for this game, though. Regardless, win or lose,
agreed.
Let's put the wild card weekend participant, Indianapolis Colts.
Are you going Bills?
I'm going Bills.
I'm going Bills as well. I like the Bills.
And we're not doing against the spread here, right?
We could do anything. You do anything we want. It's our show.
I'm going Bills against the spread and Bills in general.
Yeah, I'll unveil my Cant Lose Parlay at the end. But yeah, what do you think, Hank? What do you think?
I'm going to ride with you guys. I'm going to enter my Play Barstool picks as you're doing it. So this will be the PMT selection.
What's the
Bills minus 6.5?
What's the prize this week on the Play Barstool, the free app?
It's a $25,000 prize. You only have to pick 5 games against the spread and then the Sunday night game score. $25,000 prize if you go 6 for 6. If no one wins, we've only had a few winners this year. If no one wins, that $25,000 will be donated to the Barstool Fund. And if we get 40,000 entries, $10,000 will be donated to the Barstool Fund. So if you're not playing, you don't care about charity and the kids, pretty much.
Okay.
And small businesses.
By the way, the Bills, weeks 1 through 9, they were 24th in defense. And then weeks 10 through 17, they are 6th. And they are giving up 20 points a game.
Flip the switch.
They are the complete team. All right, next game. Rams going to Seattle, playing the Seahawks. I think Jared Goff's going to play. I'm pretty sure Jamal Adams is going to play, which is kind of an under-the-radar, like, oh, he got hurt in Week 17. I just see this game as being, like, slow, grinded out. Both these teams know each other. It's crazy to think about Russ Wilson this year and how high everyone was on him being an MVP this year. I went back and I looked. He has 40 touchdown passes this year. In the first 8 weeks, he threw 28. In the last 8 weeks, he threw 12.
Yeah.
So it's crazy to see the Seahawks have completely flipped who they are. They played terrible defense the first half of the season and threw the ball a shitload. And then the second half, they decided to run the ball and play good defense. The Seahawks went from Texas Tech to Iowa football. And all in the middle of a season.
And it works for the Seahawks.
Yes.
Like, I like this formula for the Seahawks.
Yes.
I think that if it's Jared Goff, they've got a chance. But if it's Wolford,
I'm not this, and this is no shade towards our friend Jared Goff because he has a broken fucking thumb. Like, the fact that he's even thinking about playing means he's significantly tougher than anyone in this room. But I think the Rams, regardless, like you'd rather have Goff than not. But even with John Wolford, I think they can win this game because it's not going to be Sean McVay pass the ball 50 times.
Yeah.
Like, I think they are going to play really good defense and try to run the ball a lot, and the Seahawks are going to do the same. That's why I like the under, even though it's 42.5. But I think it's going to be these teams know each other back and forth.
This is what happens to me all the time in the NFL. I was so dead sure that the Rams were going to be the team that was about to go on a little run a few weeks ago.
And they lost to the Jets.
And then they start breaking my heart. Then they lose to the Jets. So going into this game, if you had asked me a month ago, I would have said I like the Rams to basically make the Super Bowl out of the NFC. But right now, I can't bet on a Wolford. Wolford is just it's one of those names.
Wolford kind of looks cool though. Like that picture of him, he doesn't give a fuck. And we're going to talk about this with Chris Long in a minute, but like there's something scary about a guy who doesn't know he should suck.
Yeah, but I think now he's going to know that he should suck because it's the playoffs. It's the playoffs. I'm going up against Russ Wilson. Maybe I should suck. It is actually like a home field disadvantage, I think, to a certain extent for the Seahawks. Mm-hmm. Playing in that stadium without having fans has got to be such an emotional letdown.
Do you know what it is?
Especially the guys that have been there for forever. They're used to going out there and having their ears bleed whenever the defense is on the field.
Yep.
And now there's nobody. They need to this weekend, since it is the playoffs, you need to create a playoff-like environment. They should be allowed to raise the decibels of the fake on-field noise.
I like that. The home field advantage, statistically, like legitimately, if you look at it, did not matter this year. Mm-hmm. So I know that it's hard to get that out of your head because you play the game like, well, they still got to travel. It has not. I think it was like 50.1%, like home field, the home team covering versus the away team. It really did not matter. So I don't know. I like the Rams in the under.
I'm going to take the Seahawks.
I really like the under.
I'm going to take the Seahawks, and I'm going to go with the over because you like the under so much.
Don't do that. Don't do it.
No, you're riding a heat check on the under because the one under pick that you gave out this year hit.
Don't do it.
So now you're feeling yourself on it.
Don't do it. All right, so
Seahawks as well?
Seahawks.
Put it. Well, I like the Rams. What is the line on the play bar still?
3.5.
That hook. The hook.
All right, I'll compromise on this one if you compromise on the later.
Oh, I think I would be the third.
Yeah, it's your vote.
Rams. I love Jared
Goff.
Goff.
Underdogs.
I love Jared Goff.
More than anyone in the world. The Saturday night game, the premier game of the week. Yeah. Tampa Bay Buccaneers going to the Washington football team. PFT, would you like me to give you some stats that will help you?
I'll give you a stat that will confirm that the Washington football team is a team of destiny.
Okay.
In fact, I've taken them off my team of destiny big board just because they're so far head and shoulders ahead of every other team when it comes to their destiny. They are, by far, the team in the NFL that has had the lowest COVID cases this year. So really,
I thought the Seahawks had 0.
No, they had 4.
Oh.
Football team had 2.
Okay.
If we're going by the Doug Farrar power rankings where the Titans are 32, and they'll always stay 32 because they didn't respect the coronavirus, unlike us, couldn't be us. We would never say anything that would lend you to believe that we didn't respect the virus.
Yep.
The football team had 2. We only had 2 this year. So that's the real championship, Big Cat. We're the healthiest.
Yes, healthiest. You're the Yukon football.
We are the Yukon football. I
have stats for you though.
Okay,
that will help you.
Go ahead.
Okay, teams that are 8-8 or worse have covered 7 straight wild card games. Teams that are 8-8 or worse have won 4 straight wild card games.
Okay. Yeah.
So 4 times in the last 4 times the team has gone in with 8-8 or 7-9, and everyone says, "How could this team ever win?" They have won.
The Panthers did it. I remember the Seahawks did it.
Yep.
You could make the argument right now that the Washington football team is the 3rd best 7-9 team of all time. Mm-hmm. So if we win this next week, then we're tied for number 1.
Correct.
Which would be just a tremendous opportunity for us. But the most important stat: 4 wins.
Yeah.
That's all we need. 4 wins, and it's Super Bowl. It's probably not going to happen, but there's something about being an underdog, being underrated, having the entire narrative this week be like, wow, your team really sucks. The entire division really sucks.
But
where it's like, this is where the NFL flips itself. We called it like 4 months ago that the NFC East was going to suck. They get a sub-500 team into the playoffs, and they eventually shock the world.
I don't want a narrative off you, but I don't. If you look at this weekend, and I agree with what you're saying in the fact that like we always look at the playoff weekend or any big football weekend, and the game that everyone's talking about is too obvious becomes the opposite. I don't think it's the Washington football team game though, because I think everyone is silently saying, "Ooh, Chase Young." I don't think it's the Bears.
What do you mean they're silently saying it's Chase Young?
Well, they're saying it in close quarters.
They're not saying it.
And Chase Young is saying it.
People are whispering to each other?
No, they're signing it to each other.
People are
signing
winking
it to each other.
Or ESPing
Don't
to each other?
Don't be an ableist.
Chase Young?
Okay. No, there's been murmurs, though. Pass rush, this, that.
Murmurs?
I don't think the Bears have that either. It's the team that everyone has written off is the Browns.
No, because people are talking about the Browns.
No, but this Kevin Stefanski thing, and we'll get to the Browns later, but I think they take the cake of the team that everyone has written off.
Well, in protest of Tom Brady, I have not drank water all week. I've been drinking everything else. I've been drinking supplements.
I saw you drinking some
I've been
pee
drinking
earlier.
some piss, mostly piss. I've been opening my mouth, collecting moisture as I walk around. And in a shout out to Eli Manning, a guy that beat Tom Brady twice in the Super Bowl. I'm staying clear of the TB12 method. In fact, I've got a bet with Stephen Che where if his Bucks win, I've got to go on the TB12 method. If they lose, he has to eat tomatoes every single meal.
Ooh,
until the football team loses.
Acid reflux.
Very bad acid reflux.
I have another stat for you.
Hit me.
Tom Brady, and this is the theory that we've been throwing out there that is confirmed by this stat.
He's going to be tired because he looted the Capitol yesterday.
Nope. 1-6 last 7 night games. 1-6 last 7 night games, 9 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. If you don't think this guy goes to sleep at 7 o'clock every night, you're crazy.
Well, he's also dealing with advanced age.
He's going to sleep
It's
early.
going to be tough. It's tough to go into Raljon and win a game past 8 o'clock at night. That's just a fact. And some people have been asking me, I guess, if you haven't listened to Pardon My Take since its inception, what is Raljon, Maryland? So I should probably redress that because there'll be the casuals out there are going to be calling it Landover on Saturday. It's Raljon. When Jack Kent Cooke died back in 1996, 97, whenever that was, he left the team kind of to his children, but more importantly than that, he named the entire town after his 2 sons, Ralph and John.
Raljon.
And it was called Raljon, Maryland until the team got purchased, but I choose to still refer to it as Raljon.
I like it. So picks for this game. The Bucks are going to win. I think the Washington football team is going to cover.
I agree.
Oh.
I agree. But you know what? Don't be surprised if the football team wins. That's a great way to say.
8.5. I do think the Washington football team will cover. But I do think the Bucks will
win. I love you, PFT, but I think they're getting shit pumped.
Okay. Wait, but it's 2-1.
It is.
Yeah. Okay.
The official pick is
I just
Washington.
keep going back. I saw this stat, the DVOA biggest gaps ever for playoff teams. The Washington football team is 32nd in offense and 3rd in defense.
Okay.
That's a significant gap.
Now, but you have to take into account that several of those games were started by Dwayne Haskins.
But I actually think Dwayne Haskins,
No, stop that sentence. I'm going to stop you right there.
Yeah, no, I'm going to say it. Because the narrative coming from Sunday night was all about Doug Peterson and the Eagles, and everyone just forgot that Alex Smith couldn't move.
Right, but we might AB him. We might mix him in with Taylor Heineke, which is you get a dual threat quarterback in there.
Yeah. If you have 2 quarterbacks, you have double the pleasure.
Yeah, and you also have 2 most popular guys in town if they're both backups, which is great.
I just don't think
there's one other stat. Here's a stat for you. This is from my guy JP Finley at JP Finley NBCS. He was saying that he found some good news for Washington. Tom Brady is 31st in the NFL in on-target throws.
Okay.
31st in the entire NFL in terms of on-target throws at 73%. And even worse, he's making a bad throw on 20% of his attempts, which is the 4th worst in the league.
Let's go.
So there's a path. I found a path here.
There is a path. No, all these stats are backing up. I have another one for you, PFT.
And also there's buzz that Deshaun Watson could be on the Washington football team next year.
I think everyone has buzz with Deshaun Watson.
Well, we had the first Photoshop.
Yeah.
We were first to market in terms of putting him...
Wrong.
Well, those were troll
the
Photoshops.
Bears have had Photoshops for a very long time. The Bears are probably scrambling, trying to figure out where's our file, scouting file we had on Deshaun. Oh yeah, that's right. We forgot to scout him.
Yep.
So we're going to start from scratch. Only 3rd time in playoff history a road team has been a favorite of a TD or more in a wild card game. Both times the under and the underdog covered.
You know what? I'm saying it right now. Keep sleeping.
It's just all these stats.
America,
come on.
Vegas,
and then
haters, keep sleeping. Keep sleeping.
But
that's all I'm saying. Tom Brady, I'm coming.
Here's the scary thing, PFT. If we do visualization exercise, Alex Smith with the ball, needing to go 80 yards.
It's a vagina.
to score a touchdown with 4 minutes left. That's scary.
Yeah. Well, the formula for winning this game is to not be down. The
formula is to never let them score and hope you get a field goal.
The formula is to go on one drive that lasts the entire game.
Just be legends for one drive.
Just get 1 yard per play, mix in a few nice penalties, just run some time off the clock, and go on a 60-minute drive.
Yeah.
And end it with a 1 yard touchdown run. And then I think we can win.
Onside kick to start the game, and then you also receive the kick second half.
I mean, if we're being honest, the formula for winning this game is the exact same formula that the football team had for beating the Bucks back in 2006, which is defensive fumble, return for a touchdown, and then maybe one offensive touchdown if we're lucky.
If you get crazy.
And then hope that Chris Sims isn't able to beat you with his arm.
Yes.
That's the formula for beating the Bucs in playoffs.
All right, Sunday. This is, I think everyone has this circled as the game of the weekend. Yeah, I would say so. Ravens-Titans, game of the weekend. Rematch from last year. Rematch from earlier this season when they played in overtime. The Tennessee Titans, I don't know. I'm starting to believe in the Ravens, but they've also beaten no one. And then when I look at the other side, I'm like, the Titans' offense is fucking electric and will score points, but holy shit, their defense has struggled.
I don't want to slap Will Compton in the face here.
No, he's
because
the boy.
I like Will Compton.
If you had 11 Will Comptons, their defense would be number one. I think we all agree on that.
I am from the school of hard boys. I think that the boys are great. I think that I will never disrespect them on these airwaves. However, I think that they're going to get run all over. Not the boy necessarily. He'll make some good tackles.
He'll definitely.
He'll be great.
Get out of the way if he has to.
Yeah.
Don't make a business decision, Will. It's okay.
What kind of weird haircut is the boy going to have? You know, it'd be funny if he had. So he's got like the Peaky Blinder haircut. If he did the Tim Tebow inside of the Peaky Blinder, so he made an actual like bird's nest on his head.
Oh, I thought you were going to say he just put a bunch of razor blades in his gloves and just tries to beat the Ravens by physically killing them.
Blinding them.
Yes.
Yeah.
You should do the Minnesota hockey thing.
Oh,
Get
yeah.
the Titans to do that.
This game's going to be fun. The over's way too high, I feel like.
54.5
for a playoff game.
Yeah, I think that the Ravens are they've been thinking about this game for a year. Like a full calendar year. And it kind of showed this season because they weren't totally dialed in throughout the regular season.
They're also
they've been thinking about the playoffs.
on defense now.
They've been thinking about the playoffs, just nothing but remembering, and they've got a little extra fuel in their tank going in this weekend.
What's the line on Play Barstool? 3.5? It's 3 right now.
2.5.
2.5. Give me the Ravens.
And also, if you're the Titans, last year you had the promise that Mike Vrabel was going to cut his dick off if you won enough games.
True.
What's he going to cut off this year? Mike Vrabel has been a little too quiet in terms of castration and what appendage he's going to remove. Like, you got to say, like, all right, I'll leave my dick intact, but I'll take one ball out. You guys can smash one of my balls like Coach McCarthy. What if he did that before the game? He took one of his nuts, had it removed, smashed it like Mike McCarthy before a Cowboys game. I feel like that. If he does that, I'm going to retract this. But until that's been proven that he's done it, I'm going to go with the Ravens, -2.5.
Didn't he say he was going to cut his dick off if he won a Super Bowl?
Yeah.
That was last year.
But I think it
stays.
It was that year.
But he hasn't said anything about it.
Yeah, because he knows he has a chance to win the Super Bowl this year.
Oh, speaking of which, the Washington football team is my last remaining pinky team.
Ooh,
yeah,
that's right.
Of the 7 I picked.
The NFC East,
yeah, it was the entire NFC East. All right, Bears Saints.
9.5.
I'm being realistic. I do not think the Bears are going to have a chance in this game. And partly because of some of the injuries. Roquan Smith being out will be very bad if he is officially out. Jalen Johnson being out will be very, very bad secondary-wise. They're just not that good. But I'm happy to be there. I'm going to I've been in the bargaining phase, PFT, where I'm essentially saying give it a one-score game in the fourth. Like, let's just
make it close, be respectable.
Let's fucking hang out and have a one-score game in the fourth. And I know that once I get to Sunday, I'll be so jacked up for this game that I won't care. But if I'm realistic cat right now, I just don't see it. I don't know, unless Drew Brees is just more washed than even I think he is, and I probably think he's the most washed person of all time. I just don't see it.
What about this? If Drew Brees loses, this would be his last game ever.
Yeah.
No one's talking about that.
That's true.
And depending on how things shake out, this could be Drew Brees' last game in New Orleans.
True.
And Sean Payton tried to swagger jack our idea of having like the entire stadium turn into a quarantine zone, which I love that Sean actually like put feelers out to see if this was possible.
Yep.
That tells me that his head's in the right place, where he's like, okay, how many hotels do we need to reserve to have this actually work out? And I guarantee you that the city of New Orleans, the hotels down there, if Sean Payton asked them to be like, hey, can you just take a loss on this entire weekend and just like serve as a temporary quarantine facility and not charge people money?
Right.
The hotels in New Orleans would be like, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
What else do you need? That's it? Yeah,
yes.
Done.
The problem that I keep coming up with is that I'm thinking about how the Bears can win this game, and the only things I come up with are not related to the actual game. So it's, well, I guess kind of adjacent to the game. One is the Saints always lose in hilarious fashions, and the NFL screws them over some way.
Yeah.
So that's just hoping that some kind of miracle happens in terms of a ref show. And then two, that maximum pain, like Sideshow Bob stepping on a rake, or, opening up a door and finding the boogeyman, maximum pain for me and all Bears fans is winning this game somehow, feeling like the Bears are actually getting something, and then opening that door, and it's just Aaron Rodgers laughing and doing the fucking stupid discount double check and thrusting his... I'm not... You know what? There just wasn't a lot of depth on the thrust.
Yeah,
I'm not going to say talk about another person's private parts. I'm just going to say the thrusts weren't deep. Mm-hmm. So but that's what I opened that door and he's thrusting shallowly in my face.
Yeah, but then again, you have to think about the fact that Danica is a very small lady.
Yeah.
So probably not a whole lot of hip movement going on.
Now, that's it. That's all I got.
You would rather have that. Well, here's another one. Kamara and the entire running back room might be down with the cocoa.
Yep.
So there's still a chance that the league, and you know that Roger Goodell would like nothing more than to like strictly enforce certain protocols on the Saints more so than on other teams.
Yep.
And so, like, there's a path there for you. Shut down their running game, not via your defense, but via league mandate, and then hit Drew Brees enough to the point where he's not injured enough to go out of the game, but he's injured enough to not be able to pass the ball more than 5 yards downfield to their fifth-string running back.
Yes.
So that's the path for you.
Other painful ways to lose this game, Drew Brees gets knocked out in the first quarter, and Jameis Winston comes in and just passes all over us.
Yeah.
That would be very painful.
I think we discussed that earlier in the week, and it would be bittersweet, though.
Hate putting this out in the universe, but it's something that has crossed my mind, and I have to at least be an open book about it. Cairo Santos has been awesome this year. Mm-hmm. That's another painful thing that I've thought about. So let's just say right now, sitting here on Friday morning, and you're listening to this, I don't feel great, but guess what? When I don't feel great, usually that's when I get shocked. So,
I still think the Bears cover, though.
Like I really did think that in 2018 they were playing the best, like top 3 football team in the NFL when the double doink happened. I was very confident that they could get a roll and have a deep run. This is the opposite, so maybe the opposite will happen.
You were one doink away.
Maybe the opposite will happen.
Yeah. Also,
we're in the show.
Just putting that out there. Nick Foles comes in the second half. You'd probably feel good about that, wouldn't you?
No.
Like if he came in off the bench in the playoffs?
No.
Are you out of your mind?
Yeah, because our offensive line is not good enough to block for Nick Foles.
But you're being too logical about the reasons why you wouldn't think Nick Foles would be a fit. Nick Foles in play, just weird shit, grit happens when Nick Foles comes into the game in the playoffs.
Guess what? We're in the offs. Not going to apologize. We're in the offs. I've been reading articles all week. It's been exciting to think about Sunday. I'm excited for Sunday to get here. I'm excited for the chance that the Bears could maybe pull off a miracle. We're in the offs. We're realistically looking at the game. I don't see a path, but that's when don't count us out.
And it's also
probably count
it's the Nickelodeon game of the week, which is going to be fun. Are you going to watch it on Nickelodeon?
We're going to watch it here.
Yeah.
So yes.
I am absolutely watching.
We're going to have multiple.
Nickelodeon.
I don't know if we're going to go sound on Nickelodeon, Jake.
Yes, you have to support my friend.
No,
you got to.
Jake, I can't
All right,
do.
then I'll be in here watching.
All right, great. Perfect.
Who's announcing it?
My friend Noah Eagle.
Okay.
Noah Eagle.
Yeah.
What's his
dad?
Is he related?
It's his son. Yeah.
Oh, that's
no way.
That's a crazy coincidence that his son is announcing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Bears
I'm happy for him.
I'm happy for him. I'm happy for you to be happy for him.
Has he given you any insight into what the different features of the game are going to be with Nickelodeon?
Way to do your job, Jake.
I would like to see, personally, the Adventures of Pete and Pete, but just have like Peter King and Pete Prisco, like at halftime, just boxing each other. Just fighting each other with their tiny arms.
Salute your shorts, and they just play the entire game. Everyone, no pads. I actually like the Bears' chances.
I'm looking forward to this broadcast.
Okay. Hank?
Bears 9.5. That's the group pick.
Yeah.
Sure. We did. I mean, all those stats that I said for Washington football team count for the Bears.
They do.
The 8-8 or worse teams, 4-0 in their last 4 times playing in the playoffs, 7-1 in their last 8 games against the spread. Like those happen. Everyone's counting out the Bears. Don't count out the Bears. I say that. Did I say that with any kind of confidence?
No. That was a please, I'm begging you. Please don't count us out yet.
I just need to get to game day, because once I get to game day, I'm going to be like, yes, this is going to happen.
What I'm rooting for is either the football team or the Bears. Doesn't really matter which. I would maybe prefer it to be the football team, but I just like us as a podcast to be
happy,
to be still happy. Because the eventual heartbreak that will happen will be better for the show.
Yeah. Yes. All right. Last up, Browns Steelers. Kevin Stefanski not coaching. This is the game where I feel like everyone's like, nah, this is Steelers easy. Even going back to Big Ben is never lost to the Browns in Pittsburgh. They have not won. Cleveland has not won in Pittsburgh in 17 years. Mm-hmm. That's Billy. Pretty much Billy's life. Big Ben is 24-2 against the Browns. He owns the Browns. The Steelers own the Browns. Their coach isn't coaching. I feel like the Steelers found something. And for that reason, I like the Steelers or the Browns on the spread.
Mm-hmm. Okay, how long has it been since they've won in Pittsburgh?
2003.
2003. Here's something.
What do you got?
I happen to know that there's a Browns fan out there. He's no longer with us. His name's Scotty Rad.
Swagger.
Scotty Rad. Well, there's obviously the Team of Destiny. Swagger's birthday, or no, Swagger's death day is on Super Bowl Sunday. Which, if the Browns do get to that point, you better lay all your fucking money on the Browns. There's a Browns fan named Scotty Rad, and Scotty Rad passed away. Before he passed away, he helped to construct the railway, the light rail, outside of Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, right? He's a diehard Browns fan, went to every single game, big party guy. While he was constructing that light rail, he buried a Bernie Kosar jersey in the light rail overlooking Heinz Field.
Ooh.
To me, this is a Scotty Rad game.
Okay.
This is when his jersey that he put there, and you can ask Bernie Kosar about it. Like somebody text or tweet at Bernie Kosar. He might not remember, but this jersey is going to win the game for the Browns.
I like
it's going to happen.
I
And
like it.
If you're the Browns,
you got to be scared.
You got to cheat.
Yeah.
You also got to cheat.
Mm-hmm.
Let me be clear. You need to cheat this weekend.
Cheat
in terms of figuring out a way to get Kevin Stefanski to be able to call the plays.
You have to cheat.
I would love to see the NFL try to bury the Browns. And you know what? If they do, if the Browns cheat and get caught and win, the NFL is not going to do shit about it until after they conduct a very thorough investigation and hire some ex-director of the FBI to come in and do it like they did with the Patriots.
And Ernie Accorsi.
They're not going to do shit about it until next year. And if you beat the Steelers, I guarantee you Browns fans will be like, yeah, take away our draft picks. I don't give a shit. We beat the Steelers in the playoffs in Heinz Field.
Agreed.
Worth it. So
cheat.
Browns, cheat as much as you can. Cheat.
Permission to cheat. We are giving you permission. Yep. We are pardoning you of all cheating.
Yeah, it's like, if you get into a relationship, a lot of times people will say, I've got a list. If Scarlett Johansson ever comes on to me, I can do the deed. Browns fans, your list is you're allowed to cheat if it means beating the Steelers in the playoffs.
Agreed. All right. Are you putting it in, Hank?
What's the official score?
Oh, we have to do score? On the Play Barstool app.
27.
Browns 27?
Browns 27. Steelers 21.
4.
24?
Yeah, 24.
27, 24?
They'll get it. Mike Tomlin's going to kick a field goal when he should have gone for it on fourth down to make it a 3-point game.
Okay.
Or it'd be a Cody Parkey game-winning field goal.
Why did you do that?
I'm just saying 27-24.
You son of a bitch.
Wow,
27-20.
I forgot about Cody Parkey.
All right, 24. But then they win in overtime on a pick six. So would that be 30-24? Cody Parkey misses a kick at the end of the game. All hope is lost. Big Ben either fumble six or pick six to end the game.
Dude, how much does it suck to be Cody Parkey? Like, I don't like him, and I don't feel bad for him. But
why?
Did you see? So I think yesterday was the anniversary of Double Doink, and the day before was the anniversary of Auburn versus Florida State, and it wasn't a big kick, but it was a first quarter kick, and they're like, and Cody Parkey misses the kick. I'm like, holy shit, I forgot he was on Auburn.
Yeah.
So he's just got that back-to-back days.
I also love when the announcers talk about Heinz Field. They always have to say the swirling wind
Tough place to
of
kick.
Heinz Field.
Tough place to kick.
That's the end zone where the wind swirls a lot. So
tough place to kick.
I just don't. Yeah, if Cody Parkey kicks into the swirling end, then they're fucked.
Oh man.
But I still think they tie overtime game-winning pick six, Browns.
All right, I have a can't lose parlay for you guys. Are you ready for it? Are you ready to hear it? It's going to be the most ambitious one I've ever done. It's probably going to be like plus 500 by the time that we get it all set up. Okay. PFT, I think this is actually good that I have the Bucks in it, money line. Okay. Baltimore, Bucks, Bills, Steelers, all money line. No spread, all money line.
Baltimore, Bucks, Bills, Steelers.
All money line.
I like it so far.
Okay. Seahawks, Rams, adjusted total, which you can do on the Barstool Sportsbook app, under 51.5.
Okay. I like that one less.
But under 51.5? Like, think about scores in that game. 27-24, you win.
If Jared's not playing, that's money.
Yeah. And then Bears plus 21.5.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, it'd be really fucked up.
Adjusting that I was like, at first I was like 17.5. I was like, nah, let's kick it up a little.
What if you hit all of them and the Bears lose by 24?
Yeah, I was going to say,
that would suck.
It'd be
Jake,
very
thank
fucked
you.
up.
I hope that the Nickelodeon broadcast goes off poorly.
You got to get slimed.
That's mean.
Oh, Big Cat.
Well, you were mean.
Instead of Soggy Sorrows, Big Cat's got to do Slimy Sorrows. If the Bears blow his can't lose parlay.
Oh, man, 21.5 points. God, they're going to miss it. Now that everything's going out there, it's like Cairo Santos misses an extra point. They lose by 22.
Hank, what's your body telling you? Like, this time of year, you should be getting ready for the playoffs. You should be feeling good about it.
Yeah, you're like hormones acting up.
You should be overconfident. But right now, it's like...
Well, this is usually like a
Are you not getting
preparation
your
weekend.
period?
Wild card
This
weekend.
is a preparation weekend. I'm usually thinking 3 weeks ahead.
Okay.
I'm thinking about the AFC Championship. Usually, like my mind is focused on. There's no shot we're losing to next week. Who are we going to play in the AFC Championship?
How about this? Which team in the AFC are you most scared about playing in the AFC Championship game?
The Chiefs.
Really, not the Bills.
No, the Bill. I mean, we've dominated the Bills for years.
Who
I mean, come
who
on.
would you rather play in the? Who would you want to play in the second round?
That doesn't matter, right? Because you're going to go to the AFC Championship.
Right, but like, who would you?
The Colts.
The Colts. You want to play the Colts?
That happens. It's happened a million times. Phillip Rivers. We play them in the divisional round. Smoke them onto the championship.
Okay.
Got it.
Tales of his time.
Good.
Yep.
Are you going to have a parlay for us, Billy?
Yeah, it's going to combine betting the money line dogs, underdogs, and then the favorites. You bet the Super Bowl future to win.
Okay.
But you got to make it so that the
All in one pick?
yeah, well you
Wait,
bet
what?
like no. So for example, Steelers Browns. You bet the
Multiple
Browns.
teams can't win the Super Bowl. Just so
I
you
know.
Okay, all right.
You can't parlay that, though.
You don't parlay. It's not a parlay.
Okay.
Nothing's parlayed.
You bet all 6 underdogs.
And
Money
then
line.
You predict all the favorites to be the Super Bowl winners.
But they still have to win 2 more games.
Right.
And then just to get to the
right.
Super
Then
Bowl.
you re-up next week and do the same thing, but you bet the
I don't
underdog.
think you're...
Yeah.
The math checks. There's some
Really?
math.
The math
I've been-
checks
The
out?
math checks
I've been
out?
working
You
it.
said a second ago you hadn't done the math yet.
Basically, the only I'm trying to do it so like you lose all your money if the Chiefs win. That's the only thing.
Which is... Okay.
Very highly
likely gonna
That's a
happen.
very tough thing
so
to
I'm still
throw out there.
figuring
Like,
stuff out.
Hey, guys, if the Chiefs or Packers win, I'm going to lose everything.
Okay, but
if
team-
it
but
doesn't go that way,
well, like, it's
You're
very-
only
I'm
talking
good.
about teams that are playing this
$12.
weekend.
Right.
So the Bills are like plus 700, and the Saints
Right.
are plus 750.
Right.
So you're putting a future on all those teams.
Yes. And then you bet the money line.
What's the Rams' future right now?
So then if they lose,
You won the money line.
you won the money line, which actually pays for the bet on the future.
Got it.
Rams are plus 3,000.
I actually don't hate this, Billy.
It's complicated. I still have to figure out the math.
I kind of don't hate this.
Because then next week you re-up it. You like bet that you then probably have to bet the Super Bowl futures for the Chiefs and the Packers.
Yep.
But then
Okay.
you don't. It's a very complicated system. Still working out the kinks.
Sounds very
Okay.
complicated.
All right, well, bet responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER if you have a problem. The Barstool Sportsbook app. Also, we are doing a Barstool Fund thing with the Barstool Sportsbook app. If you're listening to this and you're in the state of Pennsylvania, or if you live in the neighboring state and you want to take a little quick drive, if you have not made an account, if you make an account this weekend and you deposit and you play with that money, anything you play with, we will then put towards a small business in Pennsylvania. The Barstool Fund's over $20 million now. It's fucking insane.
Big Cat, the Bears and the football team are both 10,000 to 1 to win the Super Bowl right now.
Wow.
Just saying.
I wouldn't.
Just saying.
Yeah, just saying. Could we bet on both of them parlayed?
Yeah, what if we parlay both of them to lose? to not win the Super Bowl.
What
would that return on investment
I don't know,
be?
like a nickel.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to our interviews. We got Chris Long. We're going to break down the quarterbacks for Wild Card Weekend. Then we have Coach Jeff Fisher. Before we do that, Manscaped. Happy New Year's from our sponsor at Manscaped. Manscaped is the best in men's below-the-waist grooming, offering precision-engineered tools for your family jewels. And here it is to help you clean your balls in the new year. Manscaped, they actually sent us a big box. I already used some of the Lawnmower 3.0. It's a waterproof and skin-safe trimmer that will reduce nicks to your two best friends. The third-generation trimmer even has a light to shine a light to the promised land. So you can maybe, it's like a mechanic or like a miner, like with, the light on your head. You can get under the hood there. It's also time to freshen up down there in the new year. The Crop Preserver is an anti-chafing ball deodorant and moisturizer. You already put deodorant on your armpits. Why are you not putting deodorant on the smelliest part of your body? And for on-the-go freshness, you'll love the Crop Reviver Ball Toner Spray. Start the new year with a fresh set of testes thanks to Manscaped. Manscaped even threw in their Shed travel bag to keep all your goodies stored comfortably. Speaking of comfort, the Manscaped anti-chafing boxer briefs are also included and will bring your underwear game to the next level. Bring sexy back in 2021. Get 20% off. Free shipping with the code TAKE at manscaped.com. Your balls will thank you. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code TAKE at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com. Use code TAKE. New year, new balls. Manscaped.com. Promo code TAKE. Okay, here he is, our good friend, Chris Long. Okay, we now welcome on our very, very good friend. It's been too long because he's got his own fucking podcast that's been killing it. It is Chris Long from the Greenlight Podcast. Go download it right now. You can get it anywhere podcasts are available, Spotify, Apple. It is great. You also have Stanford Steve's on it all the time. It's a great show.
It's great.
Read the Green Room.
You haven't listened to it, but it's great.
I just said that I listened to Stanford Steve. I'll listen to anything Stanford Steve's on. So
that's actually, it sounded like it was a slap when Big Cat's like, you got all the big name guests, Stanford Steve. But in Big Cat's mind, Stanford Steve is like the top guest in the world.
If Steve does something, I'm listening to it. That's just a fact.
Yeah.
So
there's good reason for that.
You do have you get Howie Long. We haven't been able to get Howie Long on this fucking show, so.
Well, Howie Long and I have a bit of an agreement.
You're your father?
You're in his will?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So Chris is on. We're going to talk some football. We're going to talk some Wild Card Weekend. I had the idea. I want to go through some games, but I also wanted to do a quick. I was looking at the games. There's 6 games, 12 teams.
Yes.
There's 3 of us. So I figured let's do a little draft of quarterbacks we trust Wild Card Weekend because we could put it on a nice graphic and then throw it out there on Twitter, and everyone will be like, oh, my God, how could you pick this guy? How could you do this? And we'll also discuss off of it. So you pick, and then we discuss the games that are associated with the quarterbacks. Chris, because you are our guest, we'll let you go first. We'll have you go first, PFT, then I'll go, and we'll snake back around. So everyone gets 4 quarterbacks. Am I doing the math right?
4 quarterbacks, 12 games.
12 games.
So we're not including the Chiefs in this.
No, Chiefs and Packers are not included in this, which will piss people off, which I actually enjoy.
Well, yeah, a lot of people won't read the instructions behind this. Also,
they're not going to read it at all.
I think Big Cat's just doing this so that Aaron Rodgers doesn't appear on a graphic at the top of our list.
I actually started to jot it down, and he was my number 1. So,
hey, tell me why last night I was getting warmed up for this whole experience.
Oh yeah,
this whole
so
Wild Card Weekend experience.
I woke up this morning.
You can tell the story.
Great text to wake up to. What do you say, Hank? Oh, sorry. You go ahead, Chris. My bad.
No, I just I was just going through YouTube. I'm doing a thing on Bears fans, and you guys are something else. But what does that mean? So I YouTube Bears fan reactions to the Double Doink, and the first video I see is you, bro. And for a solid bit, I did not know it was you. You look a bit different now.
I was a little fat, a little puffier. It was me and Eddie, Eddie and I think there was a moment that you can find online of Eddie and I essentially holding each other in our arms, in each other's arms. like the plane is about to go down.
I mean, Chris, if you want to get into the fat shit, I saw a clip of you on Twitter the other week I was from like your rookie year or your second year.
I was big,
dude. You looked like a fat bastard version of Kyle Trask. You had like a blonder hair. Your face was inflated. You were walking. Your face really filled up a football helmet back in the day,
dude. The worst look of my life was greasy, no facial hair, college. Just eating sodium. Off the rails, calories, drinking. And it carried over into my rookie year. It wasn't a great look, okay? I didn't have any tattoos, really, to speak of. And I was wearing that ugly St. Louis Rams uniform, and I was 20 pounds heavier. I look a lot better now.
I think it's fair to blame it on the uniform, though.
Don't let anybody tell you your 20s are your best decade. Your 30s are your best decade.
Oh, I like
that. I got something to look forward to.
I like that. And there's also something, I mean, when you look at a fat picture of yourself, as long as you're not fatter while you're looking at it, you can laugh.
Yep.
Like you sent that video. And outside the double doink, I was like, oh, I feel fat right now, like sitting here 2021. But looking at that picture, I was like, no, that's real fat, Dan. So
seeing that video for you is as good as getting in a sauna and just feeling refreshed and feeling slimmer when you get out.
Exactly. That was a great thing to wake up to. Also, I love when I think you were part of the group because you're like, oh, I'm a good teammate of the whole like, oh, it was blocked.
It was blocked.
No,
I wanted
it wasn't.
To bring that up.
It wasn't fucking blocked.
Yes, it was.
Chris.
It was tip. Just the tip, dude. It was just the tip. Trayvon Hester's tip hit the ball.
No, it was missing anyway.
He put his tip right on the ball, and then that guy left the stadium screaming at Cody Parkey. Cody Parkey,
yep.
Is that his name? Cody Parkey. Yep. And did you ever find that guy that went viral? Have you guys had him on the show?
No, he's a mystery. No, don't know the guy that called him cocksucker. No,
shut the fuck up. He doesn't work for you.
Carl.
He works
a good
for you
friend
guys.
of mine. I've known him for like a decade. Yes.
Stop it.
Yes.
What does he do for a living?
He blogs, podcasts, Redline Radio, Great Pie. We'll have to have you go on their show at some point.
He calls Cody Parkey a cocksucker.
He's a
for
real
living.
media.
Yes.
Has he redacted that since he found out? That
No, he's doubled down, and it turns out he was right.
No, the Browns need to hire him like as on layaway on Sunday night. Just for a reaction when Cody Parkey undoubtedly misses another kick in Heinz Field. Because that's
he's got to switch the accent.
Well, the fact that they did Cody Parkey's still going to be in a playoff game, and now he's going to even worse place, like Soldier Field, bad place to kick. Heinz Field, even worse place to kick. That will surely not go poorly for him.
Oh my God, it's so bad.
All right,
you were ranking quarterbers.
Yeah,
I'm sure there's no catch to this exercise, so I'm just gonna. Let one of you motherfuckers go first.
No,
you go first.
We're going.
It's a real football. It's a real football thing.
It's real football. The quarterbacks you trust the most or are playing the best right now. However you want to say it, you convince us.
Okay,
it'll be a snake draft. Let's do it.
Okay, let's do it.
This is
Josh Allen.
Oh,
Josh Allen. Let's go. Good pick.
Why not? I mean, why not? He's legitimately playing the best football right now. So, I'm sure some people. I might take him over almost anybody but Aaron. I might take him over Mahomes right now in this moment.
He's got a hose, man, and he is making these like incredible throws that I don't think any other quarterback, including Aaron Rodgers right now, can be making.
Yeah, no, I had him ranked first. I thought maybe there would be a discussion with whoever goes after this, but he is playing the best right now. They're out of their mind.
And here's the thing about him. A lot of it is Brian Dable. I read about the Jordan Palmer thing. I don't know if you guys read that article. I don't know where you guys are on quarterback gurus and that sort of thing. But, he talked about fixing his mechanics. A year 1 to 2 jump that's that incremental, and then the third one is huge. I mean, it's been really cool to see. He's going to get Dable hired, man. Yeah. Brian Dable's going to get it. Brian Dable, as I should say, I fucked it up. I mean, I played for him. Coolest dude in New England, period. Like, of all the coaches I met there, and I know you guys are thinking, well, it doesn't sound that cool if he's the coolest dude in New England. But there are actually some cool coaches up there. That dude is a dude's dude, and I know that him and Josh are really tight, and he's absolutely going to get a really good job off this. The thing I worry about is Josh next year with people being unrealistic about the expectation when you have to switch systems. But right now, give me Josh Allen for the playoffs.
Okay,
I like that.
Good first pick. Good first pick.
All right, my first pick, the quarterback I trust the most to win me a playoff game, Nick Foles. Nick Foles.
I knew it.
He is.
I knew it.
He is 3-1.
I thought we were going to do it for real, Chris.
I'm being serious.
I thought we were going to do this.
Big Cat told me to. Out of all the quarterbacks,
it was
which
starting
one?
Quarterbacks,
which one? I didn't see the word starting.
Okay.
Which one would I trust? It would be Nick Foles. He's 3-1 in the playoffs. Some fun stats about Nick Foles in the playoffs. First of all, I mean, he's got Chris, you're the biggest Nick Foles
Let's go
believer.
metrics on it. Yeah, let's go metrics on it. There's a long list of things that we could talk about with his analytics.
It's a list that's as long as anything you can name. 26 out of 32 modern-era quarterbacks that are in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, Nick Foles has more playoff wins than them. So there are only 6 people that have more playoff wins than Nick Foles. Nick Foles might stink in the regular season. He definitely got
Brett Favre in a few categories, doesn't he?
He absolutely does. He laps him. But there's regular season quarterbacks, and then there's playoff quarterbacks. Nick Foles might be the best playoff quarterback of all time.
Okay, Chris, for the record, I think we're doing it straight up with the quarterbacks starting this weekend. That's fine. I'll go. I have 2 picks. I'll go Russ Wilson. So that was the only discussion I thought at the top. Josh Allen versus Russ, just because Russ has done it. But I do agree with you, Chris, that given how Josh Allen's playing right now, I would take Josh Allen over Russ right this second.
I also like how you called him Russ Wilson. You don't hear that a lot.
Yeah, it's like saying Shaq O'Neal.
Also, I would agree with you there. I mean, like, I feel like since that MVP run, he was trying to do a little too much. It was like every play is a step up into the B gap and try to float one for the big play. I don't trust that team so much right now, and it's ironically because of the offense. They've totally flipped identities.
Yep. Yeah, but I feel like in the playoffs, like Russ is going to cook. He's going to show up.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough game just because they know each other so well.
It's like a Traeger. It takes a little bit to warm up, but once it warms up, there's nothing better. That's what Russ is doing. He's on his Traeger thing right now. Green egg, whatever you want.
Let Russ grill.
Not going through your entire playoff.
Let Russ smoke. Let Russ smoke is where you're going, I think.
How difficult is it really, though, when you're playing in the playoffs, or maybe it's just a divisional game at the end of the year? Like, we always use the cliches, it's hard to beat a team 3 times. These teams split, the Rams and Seahawks. But does it feel like when you play a team that you just know inside and out, it's just that much harder and it's always going to be a close game?
It's funny because I feel like if you're in division, and me and Steve were talking about this, by the way, great call, Stanford Steve, great guest. I know you listen to podcasts a lot, so you probably heard this, but we were talking about the fact that, like, this wild card weekend, and wild card weekend was my second favorite sports weekend in the entire year. The first one being the first weekend of March Madness. I don't know where you guys sit on that, but they've made it even better. But the byproduct is we're going to get a lot of 2-week-in-a-row games, and a lot of them in division. So I don't know how I feel about that. I wish the NFL could figure some shit out. They just move those 17-week games down to like week 14 or something. I would say, like, you would think some coaches would hold things back week 17, knowing they might play them the next week, but you can't really do that because everybody's trying to get in the dance. So I think it sucks for the viewer. It makes it even worse when Jared Goff's hurt. I don't know if it makes it worse or better. I don't know if I'd rather see Wolford. Who would you rather see?
Probably Wolford.
I don't think no offense to our friend Jared Goff because he is injured, but I don't think it matters.
That's the point.
Yeah, like the way they're going to win this game, they're not going to win it by throwing the ball 50 times.
No, and I think Wolford gives you some, I mean, as we saw last weekend, hey, listen, I turned that game on last week, and the first thing I heard Romo say was like, Wolford's really getting off to a bad start. I think what he needs to do is get hit. And I was like, fuck, this guy must be playing awful, because that's what you say when you're out of all the platitudes and that sort of thing. But, I mean, he threw one nice ball to Robert Woods on the right sideline, tucked it and ran it a couple times. McVay schemed up some kind of, design runs for him, which was a total shock. And you know what? I don't know if you guys noticed this in his interviews. He exudes supreme confidence. He's got those dead eyes, bro.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah, he was better than I thought he would be. Maybe it was after he got hit, because at the start of the game he stunk. And I thought he was going to stink like real bad. And I was like, wow, this guy's not awful.
Well, there's a certain amount. You've been around a ton of quarterbacks. You could tell us if this is totally wrong, but I've always thought that a quarterback that doesn't fully understand that they're supposed to suck is actually dangerous.
Yeah.
And that kind of what he's in.
Dangerous. Just any player that doesn't understand they're supposed to suck is absolutely dangerous. And there's a lot of DBs like that, because to play corner, you have to have such supreme confidence. Like, quarterback's usually not that position. It is dangerous for the other team and yourself if you don't know that you suck.
Right.
I will say this: that game, the total is sitting at like 42.5.
Yeah, under.
That's snack territory, but I feel like everybody's going to be on it.
Yeah, those teams they played slogfest, and the Seahawks, like you said, they've totally flipped. Their defense has gotten better, and their offense has gotten significantly worse. So
yeah, I don't know what to make of it. I will say this though, I like the Hawks, man. I just don't see. I just don't see it. This isn't one of those games that you're like, okay, everybody's betting the Hawks, and I'm sure most of us are on the Hawks, but I would still hammer the Hawks this week, and I do trust Russ. I'm not trying to heap on him, but it just hasn't been the same.
Yeah, I think this is the week that DK goes off because Jalen Ramsey's done a pretty good job of him in their last two matchups. I feel like he's built up enough like hatred towards the Rams where they're finally.
I don't know, man. I think I don't know, man. I felt like I feel like they're one of the few teams, and this is the scariest part about DK making a playoff run. Like the team that can actually, like, who are the elite corners that he's going to play that can really handle him down the stretch? I mean, the league has to look at DK. Other DBs are like, oh shit. After the first round, there's nobody that can kind of hang with this guy. So, especially on that side of the conference division. So, yeah, I'm all on the Seahawks. Who's your next quarterback?
All right, so my next quarterback is we're doing a snake draft. I'll take Brady because if you look at the list of guys after, I mean, you got some Super Bowl winners there. So the only thing with Brady, and you played with him, but a slightly younger version of Brady. I do have a theory that he doesn't play well at night because he goes to sleep so early. Is that just crazy, or is there maybe a little something to it?
Man, I don't know that that's crazy talk. I don't know that that's crazy talk at all. The Bucks have been bad in prime time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
the entire team.
The Bucks have been really bad in prime time. Like, I know because I bet the mortgage on them money line against the Saints. Second game.
Yep,
bro.
Yep.
That was a rough night, trying to do a podcast with that game on in the other room.
At least they put you out of your misery early. Like you had no,
they put me out of my misery.
That there was going to be a comeback.
Yes. There wasn't like, I also bet Tampa when they played the Chiefs and, it looked bad early and they closed the distance late. I trust Brady. Yeah. I would have took Brady right now over Russ.
Ooh,
right now.
Okay. I got both. Yeah.
But what about Brady when he gets hit? He's the opposite of John Wolford, where
That's what I hear I hear if you hit him, then you
hit him. If you hit him, and that front
if you hit
four,
him, he just loses.
That front four, you could even expand and say front 5 or 6 on the football team. They'll hit people. That's what they do. They're hitters.
That's what I hear.
The Bucs offensive line is good though, and you could actually you can trace where they kind of got lost this season was when Ali Marpet got concussed and was out for a few weeks. So
one little shuffle throws everything off. And like when you look at Tom this year, it's been funny because everybody's fucking along the way like, oh, Tom's done, Tom's this, Tom's that, because it makes for good TV and all that. But at the same time, like, who picked them to beat the Saints in that division this year?
Right.
Mm-hmm. Like this year was the year of continuity. This year was the year of who's been there the longest, who's rolling right into it. And the Saints were that team. They ended up right where we thought they'd be.
Yeah.
11-5, wild card. And they get, some people would think the best draw. But the funniest shit to me was imagining Tom's kids wearing Philadelphia Eagles gear last Sunday night, hoping that the Eagles beat him so he could see Dallas and didn't have to deal with this front.
Yep.
But, you got to deal with this team. And I actually like Washington as well. I know you can get them for like 8.5 there.
Yes.
I got 10.
Ooh,
okay.
So, there we go.
I like the football team this weekend.
All right, so that's my first and second pick.
So my second, I'm going to go. This might be controversial. I'm going to go with Big Ben. I'm going to go with Big Ben, and it's not because I think he's good, because I don't think that Big Ben's good anymore. I think he is a guy that, for some reason, he'll just show up on my TV in a big game like this, and he'll just figure out a way to do something weird in the fourth quarter with like 3 defenders hanging off of him, and he'll like throw a little fluttering pass to nobody right in the middle of the field. One of his receivers will pick it up and run for 30 yards. And
do you think that that's coming? Because I wonder if, and like I thought they were playing. It was like they were playing the biggest game of possum in the history of the NFL until the second half of the Colts game. Like all year, not extending any plays. Mm-hmm. Oh, we're not going to get Big Ben hurt. Well, now is it time to burn the ships, and we don't care if he falls apart. I mean, Dan, I know you love the bit about, Ben's ailments every week.
Yeah. I mean,
but, I think at this point, Ben's going to play through anything. I don't care how dramatic he makes it. Ben's going to suit up and play. So I like your idea, E, of like extending plays more. Like that's what he's going to do in the playoffs. What we saw weeks 1 through 17, supposedly he went in the locker room and told Finchner, "It's over, buddy. I'm calling the plays now."
Yes.
You guys buying that?
So I like that pick, PFT, because it is the. I also like the fact that they did have essentially their best half of football against the Colts, and then he sat the next week for a mini bye, and then you hope that you have that kind of continuity. And also,
he's fresh right now.
If we're talking about this weekend, we love Browns fans. They own the Browns. Big Ben owns the Browns. They have not the Browns have not beaten the Steelers in Pittsburgh for as long as Big Ben's been a Steeler. Okay, so like that's just a fact.
So Big Ben in this case,
they have full custody.
Yes,
right.
they do.
They have full custody.
They do. He's been a little timid. I saw you can even see it on the handoffs that they were calling for Big Ben against. I think the last time that I saw really this being an issue was maybe the first half against the Colts, where he doesn't run to hand the ball off. He only calls plays where he gets the ball snapped and then he'll turn his fat belly to the side and hand it off. So I'm dead serious. Like, go back and watch his handoffs. He is like the worst handoff quarterback. Well, maybe the most like he's conserving.
That's
his
what we
energy.
should rank next time. We should rank worst and best handoff quarterbacks in the NFL.
I've got a list actually. It's funny you say that. I've
You
got
do.
a list of the best
You do.
handoff
It's funny.
quarterbacks. But yeah,
You do.
he's
Give
like,
me your number one.
number one right now is Taylor Heineke.
Oh, he's good at that.
I'm a prisoner of the moment, though. I just saw him play the other week, and he showed me a spark. Russell Wilson, great handoff quarterback.
Oh yeah, great handoff quarterback.
Drew Brees, great handoff quarterback. I can go on, but with Big Ben, what he's doing is like he's extending his own giant play this weekend. So he is going to retire, I think, if he loses this game. So Big Ben's essentially playing for his career. Yeah.
I feel like he's not going to retire. He's just
so then who makes
forever.
a play? Does Pittsburgh make a play for Deshaun with that news that broke earlier that he might be asking for a trade?
I feel like
do the Bears make a play for Deshaun?
Do over. I mean, they can pull up their extensive scouting they did of him from 4 years ago, where they probably didn't even take him out to dinner.
Yeah, I mean, Mitch Trubisky's got a higher career winning percentage than Deshaun, so I think they just stick.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, and he outdueled him this year.
Yeah, he's been to the playoffs 2 out of 4 years. All right, your next pick. You have 2.
Okay, so let me ask you this: Are we taking into account? Is it this player in the current system?
Yeah, it's everything this weekend. Yep.
Okay, everything this weekend. I'm gonna go Ryan Tannehill.
I like it.
I mean, him with Arthur Smith, and this is part of. Well, it's not quite Ryan that makes me nervous about hiring Arthur Smith, and I think he's done a tremendous job there. But there ain't no Derrick Henry anywhere else in the league right now. So if you're in this hiring cycle, I would be careful. I would just be careful if you're looking for an offensive mind. Tannehill, though, has taken full advantage. Also, you dudes might be able to weigh in here, but I think probably the biggest brand glow up in the NFL. Mm-hmm. He was like the laughing stock, bro, when he was with Gase. Yes. I hated the guy. I thought he was fucking annoying. I didn't know him. I just judged him. He's awesome. He's like legitimately a top 5 quarterback by all the metrics and easy to root for.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I like that pick because he can do everything. Like if you're talking about winning a playoff game, and that's kind of why I went Russ first. Like, you know, can you beat him with your legs as well when you need to? Because you know all these playoff games, there'll be a moment in the fourth quarter where it's like, can the quarterback scramble for 6 yards when everything breaks down? Tannehill definitely can.
And I'm like you, Chris. I look at Tannehill and I still think, like, there's a part of my brain that still remembers him on the Dolphins. I'm like, this guy cannot win. Like, we're always going to be waiting for him to take the next step. But I still haven't fully caught up to the fact that he has taken the next step, and we're watching the next step, and that he's actually really good, and it's not a fluke.
Dude.
But he's
the confirmation bias. The confirmation bias is huge. For him to overcome confirmation bias from Miami, like, he is balling, dude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, because that's one of the biggest things NFL fans can't handle when a player changes teams and improves. They can't get it out of their head the last contract they were on or the last destination. And it's funny, like, now we're doing this whole thing. Everybody that leaves New York, we say, oh, look at him now. He's escaped Adam Gase. Keep it in mind with Sam Darnold. You know, like, it applies to Sam, too. So, you know, we'll see what happens there. I think that game's going to be fucking fantastic. Probably the best game of the weekend.
Yes. You have another pick?
Probably. Oh, in the system he's in. I mean, anybody snag Drew Brees yet? I know it's the ball. I know the ball.
I was going to take Taysom, actually.
You were going to take Taysom.
And Jameis. Yeah, wash.
I love the Taysom Hill system. It's like run directly into this linebacker's face. Now do it again.
I do.
Drop to 9, drift to 11 and to the left, and hit Mike Thomas on a crosser. He's wide open.
Yeah.
Is there now, Chris? Don't give away too much here because I don't want you to get in trouble. But is there a drug that the training staffs can shoot you up with where you're like, hey, I'm retiring in 3 weeks. Can you just make me 10 years younger real quick?
I don't think so, but I think there's probably more dudes on stuff in the league than you think.
Ooh, okay. Headline grabber.
I know that's probably going to be the social.
What percentage of dudes are on stuff?
No idea, because it's so clandestine. Like, I've never seen it, but I know some people are on. Like, just I know. Like, I know some guys coming back from some injuries, some guys playing deep into their careers at a really high level, and like dudes get popped. You know, and.
Okay, so
talking about Tom
Brady's on the juice.
Well, you're talking about Tom. You said it, not me.
A follow-up question to PFT's question: how many dudes are on the stuff? How many different things are the dudes doing?
I think probably an endless amount. I mean, I can't even. It's vitamin C and glucosamine for me. So like, you're talking to the wrong fucking guy. I don't know dick about some of the things that I would say probably 5 to 7 different types of things.
The
5
dudes
to 7
doing
stuff.
All
Yeah.
right,
Do
so-
dudes share stuff, or is it like every dude for themselves?
I would hope not. I would hope that maybe before the pandemic, people were sharing needles, which was not a good idea. But afterwards, I think we should all get to a point where we don't share any more needles.
Vitamin C. Are you talking about Chiba for yourself, right?
Chiba.
I like this.
Vitamin Cheeb.
How COVID made the NFL safer because now we're not sharing our steroids.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're onto something.
So wait,
you
just
really
give us one quote percentage of dudes on stuff.
Oh man, I really don't know, honestly, and I don't want to go down that road, to be honest.
The quote is literally going to say 40% of dudes are on stuff. Chris Long. Stuff could mean anything. Stuff could mean protein.
Oh yeah, 21%.
21% of NFL dudes are on stuff. I like it. Breaking news.
Yeah, just stuff. Just stuff.
Am I up?
Yeah, you're up.
Okay. My last pick.
No, we're coming back around again.
Oh, got lost in the snake. I'm out of practice with snake drafts. I'm gonna go with Baker. I'm gonna go with Baker. Now I know he doesn't have much of a system. His system this weekend is like hope that he has wide receivers and a coach that he speaks the same language as, because it's not going to be Stefanski in his ear. But I don't know. I think he's good enough. He's been playing good enough. He's got his team into a rhythm. They seem like they've been having fun. And it's weird to say, but Baker is better without Odell Beckham. He's figuring out a way to do it with an offense that is missing like what was supposed to be his key target. He's got a rhythm going. And so I feel like Baker would be next on my list.
It was never about what was around him. It was about how are you utilizing him? Are you moving the pocket? Are you making things manageable for him? And I think Kevin was the most under the radar great hire. They looked at Kevin Stefanski like he's so young. He's just because he kind of looks young, even though he has gray hair, which is a weird thing. But like, fucking guy was in Minnesota longer than Mike Zimmer. Okay. Like, the guy had been there forever and was a big part of what they did. And you talk about like repurposing Kirk Cousins and making him look good and teaching him stuff about, the rollouts and that sort of thing, play action. Bake's been pretty good. I got to hand it to him, and it makes the commercials even better because I think he's a great actor.
Well, that's my biggest red flag actually about Baker. His acting is too good. Like, you look back at the great quarterbacks and. Like, Peyton Manning was a great actor, too, and he didn't win a Super Bowl until he was, like, 55.
Well, and O.J. Simpson was a great actor.
Yeah, exactly. That's a big red flag.
That's not good.
No.
How much does it actually matter that Kevin Stefanski's not going to be able to call plays? Like,
I do think it matters, but you know what the funny thing, Dan, is, like, this year, you look at it when the news broke, I think it was, like, Tuesday, right? Okay, the biggest prep day in the NFL is Wednesday. They've been doing things exactly like they did it this week all year long, Zoom meetings. I mean, that's been the thing. So I think that like from a Monday through Saturday perspective, they're fine. But on Sunday, there is an adjustment. You can script, and Orlovsky hit this, and Orlovsky's my guy. He hit this after he was done crying in his pillow about tanking this week. He gathered himself and shot off this tweet that I thought was very insightful. It was that Van Pelt's going to call the plays in the first quarter and have no trouble because it's scripted out. But 2 through 4 is where things start to rely on instinct, experience, and it's more of a crapshoot. So I think early on they really need to build a lead, to be honest, in my opinion, because it's going to be kind of a shit show the last 3 quarters, or it could be. Now, as far as like throwing challenge flags and that sort of thing, they're going to have the head coach, in effect, the special teams coach is going to do the clock shit and et cetera.
There should be a clock coach. I agree with that. I think that every single team in the NFL, unless your head coach is like, I don't know, a numbers guy and has played a shitload of Madden, you need to have a guy whose only job is to manage situationally, like how many timeouts do we have, what does the clock say, what's the down and distance, and just handle all that shit on his own.
And most guys have a guy, right? Like they kind of have a guy, but it depends on how much of it the coach trusts, like with other people, I feel like. And some coaches try to do everything themselves. I would ask you this. I know it's probably illegal to send in communications into the stadium for Kevin Stefanski. How would you guys crack the code on getting a play call in to Van Pelt, say in the second quarter?
Smoke signals.
Beeper.
Think?
We just have Chris Long just hitting a bong outside the stadium with a blanket on top of it.
I don't smoke bongs, dude. You guys smoke bongs?
Pussy. You don't?
No.
What about a gravity bong?
No, definitely not. I'm not 22 anymore.
Right. I'm like, isn't that a kid thing, kind of?
I'm gonna smoke a bong if I'm ready to be high for the next week.
Well, not just that. You got to have the black light posters and such, and you got to be real heady to do the like. If you have a bong, you have a ton of paraphernalia.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I'm actually more of an edible guy, so I'll make my
Edibles.
own. I made some brownies. Took them over to my neighbor the other day. She's 60.
I don't
no
trust
idea if
that.
she got high, and she was like, "Thank you so much."
You're a drug dealer.
I'm a drug dealer. My mom called me the other day.
Have you checked on your 60-year-old neighbor?
Yeah, she's great. She made me lunch. She brought over a paper bagged lunch the other day to say thank you.
So not only did you risk her having a massive panic attack 4 hours after you left, but also you could have given her COVID.
What if she was like, I'm going to be a fatty today and just ate like 4?
No, I told her, like, be very careful. She told me, she was like, I was like, I have some brownies if you'd like some. And she was like, thank you for offering. That's so nice of you. My plans tonight are just to kick back and watch The Last Waltz.
Freak out.
How much should I eat? And I was like, if you're watching The Last Waltz, eat like a penny-sized part of this brownie.
I do a lot of coke
and just
Neil Young.
just enjoy. And she was like, it was a great experience. I had the time of my life. Thank you. If you ever make more, bring them over.
There we go.
I'm team edible too.
Yeah, team edible now.
We're all right. I think it's my pick.
But no. To answer your question, actually, Chris Long, like I would cheat. I would just cheat if I were the Browns.
Yes.
I would count on the fact that the NFL would not be searching my coach's pockets for cell phones. Or like an Apple Watch. Just wear like an Apple Watch that shows the messages come up. And to be honest, the NFL should let the Browns cheat in this circumstance.
Absolutely, the NFL should let the Browns cheat for all the differences. Like, this is unprecedented. This is a playoff game. This could be a cash cow for you. You want Cleveland in the playoffs. Cleveland in the playoffs is good for the NFL, man.
Yeah, I agree.
So find out where the cellar door is in Baker's house and sneak that fucker in the bottom. And, send up, I don't know, like some sort of hidden message.
Yes. All right. I have my last two. Can't believe he's lasted. I'm the one who calls him a fraud, but I guess I'm the biggest fan now. Lamar. How about Lamar?
I wanted to get Lamar late.
Still hasn't won a playoff game. I do think he's going to win on Sunday, so I think you get that monkey off his back.
I like the Titans.
Ooh, you do? Okay. All right. They're so bad defensively. I know everyone.
I know
mad
they are, but where are they bad? This is the best matchup for them. Literally, Baltimore doesn't do the things that would challenge them. Not to get too football-y
here is where they are bad, and this is where it would hurt, is that they have the worst third down defense in the league, and you're going up against a team in Baltimore that has no problem going for it on fourth as well. So I think that makes it even worse.
They've been bad against the Titans in short yardage and in the red zone. The playoffs last year, Lamar had 500 yards of offense. They come up with 12 points.
Yep.
Played poorly, a lot of drops. The revenge game this year, like we keep talking about a revenge game, they had their chance week 11. And Tennessee played bad.
Yeah.
Tennessee played bad, dude.
It's true.
So if you remember the way that game ended, I mean, they finished the game bullying the Bees, and that's the whole thing. Can you imagine if Baltimore loses this game? People are going to be saying fraud like loudly.
Ooh.
Yeah, but on the other hand,
about the team,
yes.
not because.
On the other hand, it's like the Ravens don't have the expectations that they had last year, and so to be a true fraud, you have to be like league MVP, and then peter out in the playoffs.
Right.
And then you have to have this like narrative that gets built around you of you're very good in the regular season, but you stink in the playoffs. This year, Lamar wasn't. I mean, he was good, but he wasn't. World beating in the regular season. He didn't have an MVP season.
It's funny because the team is if you're a defensive player, you're dreading playing them because like you think Pittsburgh wants to play them again. No, dude, they almost beat them with RG3. By the way, next to Ryan Tannehill, another great brand reversal.
Yeah, he's great now.
Who's rebranded themselves better than RG3?
RG3,
and it's been as he's gotten worse as a player, the brand's gotten better.
Yeah,
and for Tannehill, it's the opposite.
He's the backup quarterback that I like to see come in the most, just because you honestly have no idea what's going to happen. Anything could happen.
No idea.
Like, there's no predictability at all when RG3 is in the game, good or bad.
None.
All right, my last pick. You know what? Fuck it. I'll just go with Mitch. I'll go with Mitch. Fuck it. Because Goff's finger or thumb is hurt, so we don't know if he's going to play. I do not trust Phillip Rivers outside. I'll go with Mitch. He might be in the category, Chris, of what we just talked about. Like, I'm not supposed to win this game. No one expects anything out of me here. I might just win this game.
Well, who got better the most since they played each other? I mean, it was during the Nick Foles hot and cold streak, which is like the life of watching Nick Foles. Like, it's going to be really hot some days, it's not going to be so good some other days. But like, I feel like the Bears have figured some things out late, and they're kind of in the same category as the Ravens. And I'm not comparing the two teams. Don't get me wrong. Don't take me out of context here. You probably will just because I said that. But the Bears have played nobody and got propped up because there's this second coming of Mitch. And by the way, you Bears fans, I love you guys. There's a thin line between the Bears are back and the guy cussing out Corey Parkey walking out of the stadium. You guys emotionally are just so up and down. Well, don't jump out of the gym here because the offensive production against the teams he had production against late in the year. Are you going to re-sign him, Dan?
No, probably not, and I don't think they should. But to explain it, I want the Bears to be good so badly, but I also know that they're not. So it's like one of those situations where if they have a good play, I'm like, the Bears are back. But really deep down, I know I'm fooling myself, and it's just an inevitable heartbreak waiting to happen.
It's like being an older player in the NFL.
Yeah.
You think you can will yourself to be good. You just can't. You're old.
Right. If I tweet it enough, maybe it will happen. It has not happened.
Yeah.
All right. Your last pick, PFT.
My last pick, I mean, I have to take. I got to go with the combination of Alex Smith and Taylor Heineke. We don't know who's going to be playing, but there was like some rumor that got put out there yesterday that they're gonna AB him. They're gonna rotate Taylor Heineke and Alex Smith, which I feel like is a smart move because the defense isn't going to know, like, do we prepare for the show-stopping athleticism of Alex Smith or the Taylor Heineke-ness of Taylor Heineke? And so, like, they're not. It's a nightmare. Defense coordinators are going to be staying up at night trying to figure that one out.
I think they already are.
Yep. Yeah,
they're reading the same stuff. I think they're reading the same. They haven't slept all week.
Cold sweats.
So I got a pick now?
Yeah, you got your last pick.
You know what I hate? And did we do this on purpose? I wanted to take Phillip Rivers a lot earlier. I really did. It's just
Goff's not getting picked now, though. Well, no, it's John Wolford. It's John Wolford.
Hank's number one pick will be Jared Goff.
Yes.
So we'll have Hank off to the side. Yeah,
but we don't know if he's playing. We don't know if he's playing. And also, you can blame PFT because he picked a backup with his first pick.
It's Nick fucking Foles.
There's 12 guys
who beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl.
Did you guys see the? I got Phillip Rivers, but did you see the backup quarterback for the Cardinals had a sleeve tattoo?
Yeah, he was something else. Streveler?
Don't see that a lot. Did he have a visor too?
Yeah, he looked like an Aussie punter who just they threw in there to be like, here, try to play.
You're just thinking about the Miami guy.
Yeah, who's awesome.
Yes,
the Miami punter who's like 32. He's like, this guy is killing it down there.
Chris, is there some truth to our theory that quarterbacks with visors can't win Super Bowls?
All right, so I know there's a catch here. Who had a visor?
No, there's not. It's never happened.
People try to prove us wrong because like Jim McMahon wore a visor later on in his career with the Chargers.
Okay, well Nick Foles won one for your team as well. He wore one. He didn't win one with your team, but he wore a visor. If you didn't catch that, dark visor, Nick Foles,
right?
Is the guy who gave you all that false hope.
He took it off immediately.
That was the whole problem.
Yeah, he took it off and beat the Falcons.
Because the only quarterback that's played, I think Big Ben played in a Super Bowl with a visor, but they lost that one.
Cam might have too.
Yeah, but Cam lost.
Green Bay in 2010.
No, there are a few quarterbacks that have played in Super Bowls and lost wearing visors, but you never win a Super Bowl with a visor.
Just think about it. Think about it.
I am thinking about it, and I think you guys got a good point.
Yeah.
I do have one last question for you. So, do you regret back in, was it 2017, we had you on the show when you announced that you weren't going to go to the White House. That was a weird thing for you to say. Do you regret not going to the White House so you couldn't say to Donald Trump, hey, if you ever don't get elected, then you should peacefully transition out of power? Like, I feel like that's a lot on you, Chris, because you had that moment to impact future policy and you passed on
I could have.
Disavow yourself.
I was told by a lot of people that I should have took the meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Do you regret not taking
You
that
could have
meeting?
changed policy.
It could have been me. It could have been me.
Mm-hmm. And worse, you get a free Big Mac.
Free Big Mac would have been great. Would have been great. Those who was it? Clemson?
Yes. Those
Those guys looked really happy to be getting that.
That ruled.
Honestly, I would have loved that.
Yeah, that ruled. If I showed up in a room and there was 4 different types of fast food, just endless supply, I would have been like, this fucking rules.
Well, what about after COVID? Are you just a table full of hamburgers with the condiments on them, just sitting out there for an undetermined amount of time? You're eating them.
Just grab it.
I don't like room burgers because I feel like anything that you leave out, food in general, if you leave out uncovered, it just takes on the taste of the room. But if it's in the cardboard box still, like if it's a quarter pounder,
Taste of the room, huh?
yeah. If it's been out in like a box for 5 hours, but it's still inside that quarter pounder cardboard box, I'll still eat that. Absolutely.
No problem.
Yeah.
No
Yes.
problem.
Yes.
You know what? On a serious note, though, when we did that, you guys felt bad because it actually blew up that I wasn't going to the White House before the game, and I was just getting crushed for the entire game week.
Yep.
You
We
guys
did
should feel bad about that.
We did.
But you're a good friend. Everyone go download the Green Room podcast.
It's green light.
Green light. Oh, yeah, fuck.
Yeah.
What
Matthew
did I say?
McConaughey
Green Room at the
stole-
start? Did I say Green
You
Room at the
listen-
start?
No, you said green light to start.
You guys had Matthew McConaughey on. His book's called Green Light. He ripped our pod off.
Yes, he did.
Fucked up.
Straight up.
Totally.
Straight up.
Totally.
All right,
dudes.
Chris.
All right, Chris.
Thanks, bro.
Thanks, dudes.
That interview with Chris was brought to you by actually our great friends at 3Chi. How about that? Didn't plan it out. I'm sure Chris would approve. Chris Bong is what we're calling him these days. With 3Chi, you can enjoy Delta 8 THC products. They're legal at a federal level, so you can order them. They'll ship them to you. It's a little bit different than Delta 9. It's a mix of the effects that you would get with Delta 9 with a mix of CBD tossed in there, so you don't get the laziness, anxiety, the paranoia, or the mental fogginess that you get with Delta 9. Delta 8 users, including myself, report feeling awesome all the time. That's what 3Chi does. In fact, I just ordered a big bag of 3Chi 2 days ago. 2 days ago, got the rush shipping on it. I'm going to be very, very excited to try that out when it gets here. I got the gummies. Delta 8, again, is a federally legal version of THC. It's a more functional alternative to marijuana for those who want the same great feelings without the negative side effects. Delta 8 will have you feeling amazing, but you're going to be functional and clear-headed. You're not going to be lazy. You're not going to be paranoid. And they aren't just the best in the Delta 8 industry because they invented the industry. 3Chi's Delta 8 is 100% hemp-derived. It's federally legal, and it's available online at 3chi.com. That's the number 3chi.com, and at select retailers around the country. You have to be 21 to purchase. We're going to give you a little discount here. I'm also going to include my warning to you because it's a real warning. If you get the gummies, start out with half. Don't take a full one. Might be too much for you. Take half one. See how you feel. See if it's too much. If it's fine, then just maybe upgrade to the full gummy. But you'll thank me later. You'll still feel awesome with just half of gummy. Go to 3Chi, that's number 3chi.com. Get Delta 8 vape, gummies, tinctures, and oils, so you can even make your homemade edibles out of them. Use promo code TAKE at checkout, get 5% off. Promo code TAKE at checkout, 5% off your order. 3Chi must be 21 to purchase. And now, here's Jeff Fisher.
And now for something completely different.
Okay, we now welcome on recurring guest, good friend of the program. It is Coach Jeff Fisher. We wanted to have him on, talk a little football, maybe talk about his return to Twitter, maybe talk about his return to football. Coach, let's do the small talk first. What's the biggest fish that you have caught in the last 4 months?
Oh, boy. Well, let's see. I slammed a Mexican Grand Slam is a permit, a tarpon, and a bonefish in the same day. I did that right after, the area Ascension Bay opened down in Mexico. And then I stuck about a 20-pound steelhead in Alaska right about the 1st of October, first or second week of October. So that would probably be the biggest one. Kind of put the rod up since. It gets cold up there, man. Fish to go to sleep, they hibernate. But I haven't been doing much yet. But that was, thanks for asking.
Yeah. We still got to –
good falls.
We got to get you and Hank going hand fishing at some point soon. That's going to be like the ultimate outdoor
ice fishing. How about ice fishing? Let's just stand out there and freeze your ass off.
But so when you go ice fishing, though, like the most important part is you just sit in a shed drinking beer all day, right?
Hey, Dan, let me tell you. Remember Mark Bortz, guard, Iowa, 85 Bears? Mm-hmm. He was a starting guard when we were playing. After the season was over, he went up in Wisconsin, someplace ice fishing. He fell through the ice fishing, pulls himself out somehow, and keeps fishing.
That's a football guy. That's a football guy.
Yep. So that's a defensive lineman. That's a defensive lineman converted to guard for you.
Yes. All right, so we got playoffs coming up. Let's talk playoffs, and then we're going to talk about what you got cooking. But the big picture, do you have like an AFC, NFC team maybe that you have your eye on? You're like, ooh, they're playing some good ball. I kind of like the way they're playing coming down the stretch here going into the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, COVID aside, I mean, everything's so different right now. There's no home field advantages, I mean, the week off for the two teams is going to be a little different, and that you're going to be concerned that someone's going to go out and go into the protocol. Mm-hmm. But COVID aside, we have to talk about what happened last weekend. 650 yards rushing between the Ravens offense and the Titans offense last weekend. That's unheard of. So this is going to be, I think it's going to be a great matchup, Ravens-Titans at Tennessee. You got Derrick Henry just trying to keep away from them, and there's no telling what Lamar's going to do. So I think that's a great one to watch. Obviously, I've done some things early in the week, talking about the matchup. I mean, there's been 25 matchups, and then the Titans lead the series 13-12 or something like that. But, this is the third time they're going to play in the calendar year. And for a team to beat another team 3 times in the calendar year, I don't know if that's been done since we beat Jacksonville back in '99. But I think that's a great game to watch. The other thing is just a quarterback play. I think it's going to come down to it. I mean, the Bears are going to be, it's going to be rough go when you've got Mitchell, teeing it up against Drew. I think that's going to be a difficult task for the Bears. But I think there's great games all over, and teams have played themselves recently. I mean, you got the Rams going to Seattle. They played a couple weeks ago, and then Cleveland at Pittsburgh. I mean, they know each other. So a lot of good things to watch. But I think that Titans-Ravens game is going to be a real interesting game to watch. And again, it's hard to pick anybody other than the two teams that are watching this weekend, and that's Kansas City and Green Bay. The way those two quarterbacks are playing, I mean, you got to give them the best chance, I think.
Yeah. So with the Titans and the Ravens and the Rams and the Seahawks, I mean, those you could say that those are two franchises that Jeff Fisher personally turned around, that he engineered, and now they're very successful teams in each conference. Your fingerprints are all over the roster. So if you were still coaching the Rams, how would you go about engineering this weekend's victory against the Seahawks?
Well, I do the same thing Sean's doing right now, is not tip a hat on who's going to play quarterback. Not that it really matters up there, but, I mean, it does. I mean, obviously you want a healthy Jared Goff, but, Jared being able to throw the football, practices are closed, thumb surgery and all that stuff. You got to question, his accuracy, and one's going to assume he's going to be in shotgun an awful lot, but, it just remains to be seen. If he can't play, then Wolford's going to go. And, it was an admirable effort, last week, and, in the way he played, and they found a way to beat Arizona. So, you got the great matchups there with Ramsey and the big receiver and all kinds of stuff. But, Russ is a tough guy to beat up there, especially in the playoffs. So, I don't know what you tell the Rams other than, find a way to run it and keep Russ off the field.
You mentioned, playing a team 3 times in a season. What about playing teams back-to-back? So back-to-back weekends. I'm looking at the Steelers-Browns. So the Browns going into Week 17, they knew they had to win. So I don't think they left a whole lot in the tank. They probably just tried to win that game any way they could. The Steelers,
yeah. I mean, speaking of leaving things, I mean, Pittsburgh left half their team.
Right.
You know,
right.
I mean, they didn't. You know, and so, you know, I mean, that's good. I mean, the guys get a chance to rest. I like Cleveland right now, the way they're playing. I mean, they're running the football. The back is a beast. I mean, no one gets a lot of attention. And, you know, I mean, I think the quarterback's going to have a big game for him. He's ready. He's you can tell he's just really focused. And so, I mean, I think it's going to be a tough go for Pittsburgh. You know, Ben's had a week off. He's banged up. You know, they're not using any play action at all in their offense. And, you know, it's quick drop back and run the football. But, you know, this could be a defensive game. Somebody can make a big play on defense to push them through and put the next step in the playoffs. But, you know, they know each other. Everybody in the division knows each other right now. So, you know, now Cleveland didn't hold back. I mean, they did everything they could to get in the playoffs last week. But, you know, they changed game plans. You know, when you got a playlist, you know, when you're an offensive play caller and you got your call sheet, you know, the game's over, you've gone through half of it. You typically go, gosh, I wish I'd have done that, or I wish I'd have done this off the call sheet in retrospect. Well, they got a chance to do those things that, you know, they didn't dial up last week.
Where do you stand on the rest versus rust argument? So obviously the Steelers, they're more the rest. And but is there a possibility that, like, you give an older guy too long off and he gets too sore, he kind of loses the feel for the game? Are you of the mindset, like when you were coaching, would you try to, you know, would you look down on resting players in week 16, 17? Is it more of like, let's keep these guys going so they have a rhythm getting into the playoffs?
Yeah, I mean, I think you got to look at them individually. Now, I mean, you could say that Ben doesn't need to work, but I think a lot of the players need work. I mean, I think the resting's overrated, and I point this out to you. You know, in a normal situation, a normal season, when a team has a in-season bye week, for example, and they come off and they play the next week, the statistics, whatever they are, I mean, at one point it's hard to get going again after that week off. So, you know, good teams have tendencies to struggle after the bye week. And, you know, some teams, I mean, the numbers are there. The point is that, you know, personally, I'd rather just play. Just go play. If somebody needs the time off, then give them the time off. You're going to get a couple guys back because of injuries. But, you know, beyond that, they need to stay. They're banged up. They're not putting pads on in practice. If they are, they're not hitting. And guys just need to focus on the kickoff. And so I think, you know, waiting 2 weeks is difficult. I mean, this came up early in the week. I mean, we had a week off in the number 1 seed against Baltimore in 2000. And, you know, we lost. And that was a better team than we had in 99 in the Super Bowl. You're here in Tennessee. You know, they didn't get but 5 first downs in the game. We blocked 2 punts, and they went sideways out of bounds. And ball bounces off Eddie George's shoulder. Ray Lewis runs it back for a touchdown, and we're standing there looking around going, what happened? And we had the week off, and I don't think we benefited from it at all.
So, Coach, I know I've talked to you privately, but, you know, it's coach hiring season right now. There's some openings out there. Do you want to get back into it? I mean, I assume you want to get back into it. And are you also thinking maybe like, I don't know, front office, putting together a roster? Like, I know that you love football, so I want to see you get back into football in some capacity. Where's that at right now?
Well, Dan, I appreciate it. I mean, I've been fishing, but I've also been paying, you know, close attention to what's going on. And I've watched the hires since I got let go in LA, and, you know, there's obvious trends there. And yeah, I have an interest. I feel good. I know what's going on. I got a staff ready to go, and, you know, it's a matter of fitting in the right place at the right time. And, you know, if the National Football League and those people making the decisions think that, you know, I had a good run and my time's up, then yeah, I'll definitely consider something along those lines. I mean, you and I talked. I think there's no substitute for experience, as you can make the argument. I mean, the things that I've gone through over the 20 years as a head coach, they're unmatched, whether it's social injustice or diversity, you name it. Young coaches are going to come in the league right now and they're play callers and they're all excited because they get to call plays and put a roster together. And after 2 years, I guarantee you ask them, did you ever imagine to have these things come up, the non-football or the football associated things, the off the field or these issues or those issues, and they can't they can't comprehend the things that come up. I've been through all that stuff, and as you said earlier, we put together over our careers with a lot of help. I had a lot of help, but we built two pretty good franchises that we took over. That were both 2-14, and as we discussed, I mean, I've coached two teams and 5 different cities and 6 different stadiums and moved 2 of them. And, it's all about having a quarterback. And you go in someplace that's got a quarterback, or you go someplace that doesn't, and you can build a program. And the key to building programs nowadays is being able to sustain it and understand, how to build a roster and how to maintain the roster and how to project to several years in the future as far as putting those pieces together. So, yeah, I feel like I'm not detached at all. I've been in it. And, to be honest with you, I've dabbled a little bit in the college game as well. I mean, I've talked to several programs over the last couple of years. It wasn't right, but, I understand that side of it. And as pro coaches are going to college, you've got college coaches come to the NFL because they're a little leery of what the future holds with respect to the transfer portal and things like that. So, all options are open to me right now. If it happens, I'll be forever grateful. If it doesn't, then I still have some cool things ahead of me to do.
Yeah. What about another franchise that's moved recently? San Diego to Los Angeles. The Chargers maybe get you and Greg Williams back together. Dr. Heat. Get the old band back together. Coach out in L.A. You got Justin Herbert.
Before that happens, I got to sit down and have a long talk about Greg's philosophy at the end of the game. No, I wouldn't let him do. I wouldn't have let him do that had he been working for me. And I'll kid around a little bit, but there's reasons that Sam Darnold has not gotten off to his start, and Greg knows this because I've been critical of Greg about this, and that, the things that Sam sees on the practice field from Greg Williams will set a quarterback back years. And so Greg and I need to have a little sit down before we reunite, if that happens, especially that last play. Now, in Greg's defense, Greg's smarter than everybody else, because Greg was thinking, I want to ensure that the Jets have the number 1 pick in the draft. Right. That's why I'll freaking bring the house and let Carr check to a 7-man protection, slide protection, throw a double move for the winning touchdown. So Greg and I have some things to work out before we get back to work together. But by the way, San Diego, that's a hard call for Anthony Lynn, man. He's an outstanding coach, an outstanding man, and I thought he did a good job. And historically, what he's done with that young quarterback, that is a very, very attractive job right now.
Yeah. So wait, Greg Williams, let's go back to that real quick. So when you were coaching and he was defensive coordinator, would he constantly be like, Coach, I'm bringing heat. Like, I want to bring the heat. I want to bring the heat. And you're like, hey, settle down a little bit.
Are you talking about in that situation?
No, just in general. Like, was he always bringing the heat?
Did you ever want a heat check? Yeah.
You can't stop him from bringing the heat?
No. Greg likes to pressure people, and that's fine. But there's a time to pressure them and time not.
Always.
And, it's all about managing games, and philosophically, the play callers, the offensive coordinators and the defensive coordinators, if they're also head coaches, sometimes guys you talk about all the time. Sometimes you see, whoa, what was he thinking there at the end of the game? Well, he's probably thinking what's going to be my next play call, rather than managing the game and as a provide information to your play callers well in advance at the end of the half and at the end of the game, so that things don't come as a surprise to them. So it's a complicated process, the play calling thing, managing games. But the point is there's only one thing that's going to get you beat on the last play of the game, and that's putting yourselves in this situation. And, as John Gruden said, he didn't say, but I know he was thinking, Carr smelled a rat. He saw it. He made the perfect adjustment, and they made the play. And they don't make that play if, you're in a different configuration defensively. Now, the thing that I also want to point out in everyone's defense, and look what happened last weekend with the Titans and the Texans at the end of the game. I mean, there's no way they win that game. All of a sudden, a ball's in the air, and there's a complete pass bang, there's a 57-yard field goal, and they win the division. Well, you ask yourself, what are they doing in that coverage? Well, it's COVID. You don't even know who's practiced in the defensive scheme, who's gone through the situational walkthroughs and not. And play callers are, to a certain extent, limited in what they're doing. So, there's a lot of reasons for it. But sitting back and watching it, one would say, that's not right. But, I'll give people credit. They got, they're smarter than some of the decisions we're seeing made during game time. But a lot of that has to do with COVID and who you're working with and the circumstances you're dealing with.
Yeah. Alternate, he's Dr. Heat, so he's just going to bring the heat, which you got to respect that. I just love, Greg Williams, he brings the heat.
Yeah, you like hitting. I mean, everybody likes seeing the quarterback go down really fast, and your punt return team come on the field. That's a good part. That's good defense, but it doesn't always work that way. When you bring 6 and someone's blocking with 7, you don't need to bring 6. Right. So, you need to get out and play coverage, and that's basic defense. But again, Greg and I are friends, and he knows I'd say the same thing to his face.
Yeah. Right. How would that work? When you were the head coach and he'd be a defense coordinator, would he just get in your head and be like, "We need to dial something up"?
Yeah, bring the heat.
Or would it be the other way where you'd say, "Greg, can you dial something up for us?"
Yeah. What do you got in that heat bag?
Well, as a head coach, basically my philosophy was never interrupt an offensive play caller. Let them call the drive. Make suggestions when the offense is off the field. Defensively, yeah, as a head coach, I'm gonna say to my defensive coordinator, no, play coverage here, or slow things down. Or it's okay if they score a touchdown as long as it takes them 3 minutes to score a touchdown. We're not going to lose the game. It's about winning the game. Winning the game becomes more important sometimes than winning the drive or the immediacy of the play call. And sometimes people lose perspective on that. They just get all caught up in the statistics and game planning and, hey, this is the right call here and there. And so, no, and again, I hate to go into too much detail about it, but a lot of that stuff has been done in training camp, in the off season, and training camp, during practice, rehearsed on Saturday. Everybody should know what the situation is, and I'm talking about situational football, and rehearse that stuff and feel comfortable about what you're going to do. For example, if it's 4th and goal from the 15-yard line, last play of the game, you got to play that your offense knows that we've practiced all year. That's our best chance to get the ball in the end zone. And they go, oh, yeah, we remember that one. All right, we know what to do. And so there's a confidence factor involved in that. It's just kind of basic play calling. But, as far as Greg's concerned, he's had a great career, and he'll get back. He'll get back. And, again, from Greg's standpoint, he was just trying to get the guys around the corner from you guys that first pick in the draft.
Yeah.
That was all he was doing.
I want to go back to something that you said earlier.
Brilliant.
It's fascinating, and I haven't really thought about it from that perspective, but sometimes a defensive coordinator can actually limit the effectiveness and the growth of a young quarterback on that same team based on what they see in practice. So from your perspective, if you've got a young quarterback, what kinds of defenses are you telling your coach not to run in practice? What are some things that will set him back?
That's a great question. I'll give you an example. It was when we had Jared Goff. My last year with the Rams was Jared's rookie year. Well, Jared came to us from Cal, and Jared had never really called a play before. Everybody looks to the sideline, and it's on a card, and he calls the snap count, and they go. So Jared had a lot of work to do, and there's a progression with respect to developing quarterbacks. And so, if you put Jared Goff out there against your number one defense in an OTA or even the start of training camp, and he's got all this stuff going around, he's not going to be successful. He's just confused. You remember when Sam Darnold said I was seeing ghosts?
Mm-hmm.
You remember that. Okay, well, that's part of the process. And I'm not mean to be blaming it on Greg, but, there needs to be a progression. He needs to see one high or two high, and then you just take your time and progress into that. Now, if Greg Williams, which he was at New Orleans when they won the Super Bowl, and they go out to start training camp or OTAs or whatever, first day of practice, Drew Brees is going, bring it on.
Yeah.
Great. Drew's seen everything. But there's a difference between Drew Brees in his 10th or 12th year and a Jared Goff in his first. Yeah. You can't bring a young quarterback on with all that stuff going on. And so, no, I didn't allow that to happen when Jared was there. And when I was there with Greg, no, Greg knew exactly what he was going to show Jared, and knew when Jared was going to be under center on the practice field. I'm not saying that happened that way in New York, but I'd say it probably didn't, based on the fact that Sam Darnold has not been developed yet.
Yeah. All right. So, Coach, I want you to get back into a job. It's great to hear that you're ready for it. I had one last question. You're back on Twitter. Is that you fully tweeting? That's fully you tweeting. No one else tweeting.
That's me. I took a break. I went through a life experience. I lost my father back in October, and I just kind of backed out of everything. So it was a highly emotional time, and it was a difficult time. But it's that it's that the circle of life that you go through, and I went through that. So I just backed out, and I just felt like yesterday. I'm kind of looking around, going, yesterday was so crazy, and it was just time to reach back out and say, hey, if I can touch somebody's life on Twitter, I'm going to. Mine was certainly touched personally, and I'm blessed with grandkids and a lot of good things in my life. And so I'm back.
I love it.
Like I said, I'm back. Watch out.
It's good to have you back.
I love it.
You're the gift king of Twitter.
Yes.
You're the gift that keeps on gifting.
Yes.
Well, you guys are the best. I appreciate the opportunity to come on and have a blast. I understand you had a chance to talk to Chris Long, who also is one of my all-time favorites.
Yes.
So, yeah, you guys are the best. Take care of that little man.
Thank you, Coach. Really appreciate it, and we'll talk soon, all right?
Okay, thanks a lot.
That interview with Coach Fish was brought to you by the Barstool Store. The weather's getting cold, the days are getting shorter, winter is officially here, but don't worry, the Barstool Sports Store is filled with everything that you need to stay cozy, stay warm, keep warm this winter. There's fleece hoodies and crew necks, you got blankets and tons of new beanies that make for a stylish and bundled winter. Go to store.barstoolsports.com to shop now. We've got Washington football team, division champions of the NFC Beast. It's just a muscular football, flexing on the haters, celebrating that NFC East title. We've got all sorts of football stuff for sale, all sorts of Part of My Take stuff. Eventually we'll get those hats back in store, the one that Hank's wearing right now, the Part of My Take script hat. Those were hot sellers. We got all kinds of stuff in there. Check it out, store.barstoolsports.com. Shop now.
I just realized something, that we have powers now. Well, we've always had powers, but we have extra powers. Deshaun Watson saying he wants to get traded. We talked about this on Wednesday, that if Deshaun Watson gets traded, Matt Schaub has all the records.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's great for Matt Schaub.
We need this to happen.
He stays as the passing king of Houston, Texas. Yeah.
He is he should be a Texans Hall of Famer at least. And then once you get that, you just go right up.
Can you imagine what Bill O'Brien would have tried to trade him for? Be like, let's just swap first round.
There's no shot the Texans have a Hall of Fame.
3-6.
Well, he'd be the first.
Yeah,
he'd be the inaugural
rounders.
He would probably trade
Stills.
He would trade himself along with Deshaun Watson.
Yeah,
for like a first round.
Des
pick.
Bryant.
Yeah,
just maybe that'd be actually great to see, like, Bill O'Brien pick one thing you want from every team in the NFL, and then at the end be like, guess what? That's what you get. And it's like, wait, but he didn't get anything.
I bet GM Bill O'Brien would have hired Coach Josh McDaniels, and then GM would have traded Deshaun Watson to the Patriots for like a backup tight end.
Right.
And by the way, I think we called this like 5-6 months ago. Bill Belichick's year this year, having the Patriots not be competitive, it's actually done a great job of having Josh McDaniels not get hired away from him this offseason.
Yes.
So Josh is going to be staying up in New England during their rebuild when he could have had any opportunity to leave had they been competent this year.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Good job, Coach.
Good job. All right. Let's do Fyre Fest of the week. Let's finish with Fyre Fest of the week. Fyre Fest of the week. Hank. Fyre Fest of the week.
Billy.
No. Oh, yeah, Billy. Go ahead. You start. Billy, you start. Fyre Fest of the week. Billy
You know
has
you're
a
ready.
hilarious.
He's got a
Fyre
really
Fest.
good one he's been thinking of.
I would just like to preface this by
Preface it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's actually more potent than regular face.
right. I do not. Anyway, so they thought I was the fucking shaman dude from Washington D.C. on Twitch last night because my Twitch logo is a dude with a bear skin on him.
It looks
Yeah,
exactly
Pretty
like
him.
sick.
It's him.
It's a bear skin, not a bison skin. And
How'd you find that?
Well, it's berserkers used to wear bear skins because it was sick, and this guy with a bison skin fucking raided the Capitol and shit, which I condemn.
Is that
entirely.
Disavow.
Billy?
I disavow.
Disavow it.
I
Okay.
disavow.
We
What if
have
you donated
actually-
blood? What if you donated blood first?
I do think we need to do just a quick refresher, like when you have to get your registration, updated for driving your car. We should just do a quick disavow of Nazis refresher.
Yes, so we are
So we're
the
gonna
first
disavow.
anti-Nazi
We're gonna
podcast.
Update
We're
our
also-
membership of we do not like Nazis.
I'd like to upgrade that a little bit.
Oh,
I think that we should be the first anti-treason podcast.
okay. Also that.
Anti-Nazi,
Done.
anti-treason podcast.
Billy's thinking, well, what if I want to do a little treason?
Boom. I mean,
I'm not-
I will say,
just a touch. Like, what if I have a crazy weekend, feeling a little treasonous?
I'll be completely honest with you. The rush that you must feel after like storming through the Capitol and you're like driving home listening to the radio, the post-coup rush, that's probably got to be a top 3 drive home.
Yeah.
Like you're pounding your steering wheel, you're blasting Thin Lizzy, you're crossing
You
the
have
Key
half a
Bridge.
brain.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. Billy says
don't do it.
it.
Disavow treason. All right, so you basically your avatar on Twitch looks like
that-
one of the guys,
like the guy
bear
with the
man.
skin. He doesn't have a bear skin; it's a bison skin. He
And
has
you
with
lost
horns.
how many Twitch followers?
And like I lost a bunch of followers.
300?
Well, they thought I don't have that many Twitch followers, but they thought I was like supporting it, and I was like,
Yeah.
no, like what the fuck's going on?
No, Billy made that avatar yesterday.
I made the avatar over the summer because I thought like it was cool. Because like I was trying to be a video gamer streamer, which is
Right.
cool.
And to your credit, it is cool. It's a cool avatar.
It's pretty sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got hijacked.
I just thought about this since it's a bison skin and he has like red and blue face paint on.
Yep.
It would be a pretty sick meme to do like a no one circles the wagons like the Buffalo Bills on that.
yeah.
That would be pretty cool.
He rooted
Again,
for them,
disavow.
too.
Disavow.
Yeah, he did. He rooted for them too. All right, so I'll go off that. So my Fyre Fest is Read the Room Twitter just got me. Read the Room Twitter's the worst. I don't understand the thought process of people who spend all day, and we actually did read the room. We were sitting here watching everything go down, which again we condemn, disavow. If you needed to hear us say that, that's crazy, but whatever. We condemn, disavow, condemn and disavow. Who else is doing that? They're fucking morons. They're morons. They're shitheads and they're morons. Anyway, we were sitting in the office watching it all happen, and we all were sitting there like, all right, well, not tweeting for a while because this shit is pretty real life, and it's like not. So like 8 o'clock, 8:30. I tweeted something, bunch of Read the Room. I don't get these people who spend all day being like, this is such a serious day, and all their energy is towards replying to people saying Read the Room.
Yeah, I just feel like Read the Room is a pretty cool thing to say. Like, it feels good when you tell. If I were to tell you
so
to read the
lame.
room, I would feel like a big shot. Because a big cat. Read the room.
It's so lame, and it's also
Big cat. Wait, you think that you're the victim in this?
Read
like
the
people
room.
telling you?
No, I'm not.
To
I'm
read the room.
I'm talking about the lame-os.
I think you should read the room about
No,
read the
but
room.
the room.
The Read the Room people were like, oh, he's posting on Twitter not about this.
Right,
And then
yeah.
they go and click
Read
the
the
Twitch
room.
link and they're like,
Yeah.
oh my God, he's got a bear skin on. and then they attack
connect
me.
the dots.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but no, so I actually think in a circular, if you can follow this logic real quick, the people who are replying, Read the Room, or now's not the time, are actually the real assholes because they spend all time on Twitter replying to people, Read the Room, now's not the time. So they, in fact, are not reading the room because they're using all their energy to reply to people saying Read the Room.
Right, they're looking at timelines and thinking to themselves, like,
Who can I get?
They're on alert,
Right.
for someone who's not reading
Instead
the room.
of thinking- I was thinking about America.
They've got their, you know what? They need to read the room's room, and you need to chill out about that. But yeah, we were watching it unfold. And we're like, probably there's nothing that we can contribute right now. Like, it'd be pretty egotistical of us,
Correct,
to be watching this and be like, you know what the world needs right now. They need a pun about what's going on to really settle things down. But then I did see the cop hitting that one dude with the look away pepper spray, and I was like,
Mahomes.
"That's a Mahomes."
But
If Mahomes did that, the media would be the Instagram for ESPN and SportsCenter would be doing nothing but putting like crossbones. Mahomes did it again.
I'll leave it at this. I think everyone who listens to this podcast knows us, knows like the type of people we are, knows what we stand for. You don't need me to tweet. You don't need the 1,000th tweet of "This is America" for like. Why do you need me to tweet that? You know what I'm about. You know how I feel. I try to be a good person in my real life, and so that's it.
I like to think of us that we're the type of guys that if we're in a terrible situation, we make like at least I am. If I'm in a terrible situation,
get the disavow button ready.
I'm always like
shit, here it comes. Like we should just storm the Capitol.
No. If you're in a terrible situation, I don't know, like your car gets broken down.
Right.
It sucks. It all sucks. Like just kind of like cheer the mood. Like, hey, like at least the sun's out.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, like,
great job.
Yeah. Crack a little joke. Like,
okay.
Like,
so the end of our democracy is like your car breaking down, dude? Read the room.
Government breaking down. Huh? Who? Yeah. See?
That's a reply Twitter. Yeah. There's nothing you can say. There's no winning on Twitter. Twitter is the worst. Just remember that. Read the room.
Read the room.
Read the room.
I
can't even read.
I'm reading the room right now. I think I need to. Before Hank says it, I'm going to preemptively beat Hank to my Fyre Fest.
Oh, I know what this is.
There was a report that came out yesterday. A study. Excuse me.
I thought you were going to talk about beating the shit out of Hank in ping pong.
Oh well. I'll let Hank say that.
Yeah. Hank, you did beat the shit out of him in ping
Hank
pong.
beat me in the first game 21-10. Hank was asking people about, what's the skunk rule? Like, what if I beat him 11-0? Is the game over? Well, yeah, Hank's been playing ping pong against his dad for the last 4 weeks on his extended vacation.
Lies.
Not all of us. I haven't played ping pong since like September.
It was not a vacation.
Dealing with a knee injury and a
It was
back
a mandatory
injury.
work
Where were you
break.
up, Hank?
1-0.
1-0 after beating me 21-10.
Stop the vote.
Yeah,
Stop the count.
The count.
Oh, so PFT just went to sleep and found a few extra points?
Yeah, Hank went to sleep. Well, he was asleep.
You put him to sleep.
I fucking punished him 21-14, 21-15.
Ooh,
Yikes.
Like that.
Is that true?
Yikes.
Yeah, whatever.
It's not a good look.
You didn't even cover the spread?
Nope.
No, not even close to covering the spread. Anyways,
the
I'm
report.
Back. My real Fyre Fest is the report that came out. I think it was the University of Chicago. They did a study. I don't know why we need to keep doing this study, but it was like society sees men who are 5'8" as being less successful than being men who are 6 feet tall. And they tried to quantify it, and they said
They did.
a male
Accurately.
who's 5'8" needs to make $133,000 more per year to be viewed as successful as someone who's 6 feet tall. And first of all, it's fucked up that they have a study where it's just a bunch of people looking at pictures of dudes being like, this guy's 5'8". How much less successful do you? It's just somebody in a room looking at a picture of a short guy and being like, that guy's not. We
Pretty
know.
easy to do.
Listen,
We're doing it right now.
Bagel Boss was right. Bagel Boss is right.
Whoa.
I'm saying it.
As a tall guy, I'm going to disavow this study.
Okay.
But you must disavow
But it's
Bagel
also,
Boss.
but it's also
Okay, I
like,
disavow Bagel Boss guy.
But Billy, we disavow the study, but like it's also really true.
Well, okay, all right, big deal. 133,000. I'll do 2 more episodes of part of my take on my own a year.
See-
all of a sudden, boom, I'm back in the red, baby.
You got to think
I'm
about
gonna
it the
sneak
other
into
way.
this room on
No,
2 Saturdays
Billy,
this
goddamn it,
year
you're stupid.
and
Stop,
do 2
stop,
do
Billy,
2
you're
studies.
stupid.
And I'm going to do 2 podcasts for like 5 minutes and just talk about what a success I am. You're going to be big time success win podcast where I'll teach everybody else how to be as successful as me, now a 6 foot tall person, and boom, I'm back in the red. So it's fine. I'm just saying it's a fucked up study to just have people look at pictures of short guys and be like, that guy is kind of more of a loser than this guy.
You're thinking about it all wrong, PFT. They literally just gave all the short kings out there the playbook. If you're a short king listening to this, you just need to tell the woman that you're talking to that you make $138,000 more than you do. You need to spend like you're making $138,000 more. They gave you the cheat code. They're like, here it is. This is how to get the woman of your dreams. Get into crippling financial debt, $138,000 a year, and just ball out.
Well, it's interesting that your brain went to the female side of things, like get the woman. I don't think it was like woman related. I think it was just.
But I mean,
it was just straight up.
success.
It was success in general.
That's also success.
Big Cat's showing his internal misogyny by being like, "Oh, women only care about money." No, turns out you care about money too.
No, it's success in life overall.
Yeah, well,
which is all encompassing.
That's fine. I'll just do 2 more podcasts.
Hank, your Fyre Fest. Finish us off.
I have a couple. I lost my tan, and Big Cat's not eating carbs, so he's just been snapping at me left and right.
He is
I
a little
haven't
snapping.
at you. I actually haven't snapped at Hank. That's crazy.
JK.
You did lose your tan, though.
Yeah.
I did lose my tan.
You did lose your tan. I've actually been really nice to you this week.
I'm kidding. I'm joking.
Fuck?
Hank, you want to go tanning?
No.
Hit the beds?
No.
Yeah, me neither.
I'm going
I'm
into
hurt.
I said JK.
Yeah, but I'm hurt. Because then PFT was like, yeah, he has been snapping.
been a little-
I actually
a
haven't.
little
I've actually,
snappish at
Hank
Hank.
and I have been like being like very friendly this week.
That's only because the Bears in the playoffs.
No, I've just been in a pretty good mood. I mean,
Oh wait, no, actually, there's some truth to that. We haven't watched football with Hank in weeks. So
we did watch with him
Sunday.
on Sunday.
oh, that's true.
I'm worried about your memory sometimes.
Yeah, me too. Wait, no, I'm not.
Oh my god, we should all take
Like 4
impact
days
tests.
ago.
We
What?
should all take impact tests.
Oh my god. All
All
right.
right.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
Jay, do you have a
thanks for
Fyre
listening
Fest
to
real
Fyre.
quick?
I have 2.
Oh,
One,
tough week.
Billy rebroke the couch,
Yep.
so I feel like I'm gonna get
fixed
hurt.
it.
Yep.
It's sitting on one
100%.
dumbbell.
Yep.
Very sturdy.
Shit show.
Couldn't be less sturdy.
Yep.
So sturdy.
It's
Or
absolutely
comfortable.
completely.
Look, so sturdy.
Yep. Good thing you're not an
You're
architect.
going to break it again.
I am.
2, I think I accidentally got myself addicted to nasal spray.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
that'll happen.
Jacob.
My allergies were bad last week, so I gave myself a little sniff of Afrin.
Big sniff guy.
Oh,
Little sniff.
you just took a little line?
Yeah, and
Just a
then
little
it said
bump,
on the
quick bump.
back, it says don't use more than twice in 24 hours. So I use it like morning and night. But then it also said, which I overread and didn't see till yesterday, stop using after 3 days. So I've been using it for 10 days, and I
You're
looked
gonna
it
die.
up.
I
Yeah,
can
you're gonna
see
die.
in your
I'm
eyes right
extra
now.
stuffy now.
You're tweaking
It
out,
says
man.
That's what happens.
Yeah, no, you are definitely addicted to the spray.
Dude, Jake's gonna be like, "What's the hardest drug you've ever done?" Well, there was this one time that I didn't read the label on the nasal spray.
Dude, you're on a bender right now.
Yeah.
Like, this
I mean,
is a 10-day.
I hope I get cleared up in the nose.
How are you
you
gonna
gotta
wean
keep
off?
using it.
You gonna go cold turkey?
You can't do cold turkey, Jake.
Try one tomorrow. Go one tomorrow.
Do you have it on you?
No, it's in my apartment.
Did you already quit?
I stopped yesterday morning.
Oh,
because I was
thank
going to do
God.
it last night, and then I'm like, why am I still stuffy?
Thank
You're like,
God.
this is a problem.
We should do an intervention.
You should go to AA.
Yeah, we should have an intervention for
Oh,
you.
listen
listen
to
to
that.
Ugh.
I know, it's
smell
so
it,
annoying.
dude.
I just did.
That's what the point of smelling.
Yeah, I did it briefly, but
Jake, I'm worried about you.
Me too.
The big city has changed you. You're going to go back home to your folks, and they're going to be like, what happened to our darling Jake?
Oh, that
Used to
I
be
need to get
such
cleared up.
Such a good
Hopefully-
boy.
If I'm not cleared up by the end of the weekend, I'm worried.
Yeah. You're gonna die.
Jake's
Maybe.
still a
Well,
Florida
no,
man.
definitely. Everyone dies.
Yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So just accept that, and then just ball out on your.
Not
nasal
every man
spray.
truly lives.
Yeah.
So, I mean, in a way, you're squeezing a lot of living into this short time span.
Yeah. Which would you rather do? Would you rather live a pathetic life, the one that you're currently living, or live an awesome Scarface style life where you're just hitting the nasal spray every day?
I think my life's just fine right now. I'm very fortunate.
That's nice.
Thanks,
you
man.
are. You're
Very cool.
Great
That's
young man.
a wholesome ending to this week's.
All right,
Plan
let's
I
do the
Take.
balls.
All
So,
right,
but another thing that Billy like this is
Mammoth.
it's not even close to being
Oh my
correct.
God, look at all that
height.
Coors Light.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
not
we
even
do have a
close
lot
to
of
being
Coors Light,
correct.
Wow.
Billy actually did pull a genius move the other day.
Wait.
18.
6.
43.
Liam said 88.
84.
Mammoth skulls were found by the Greeks and thought to be the skulls of Cyclops because they have a large hole in the middle for an eye.
Love you guys. It'd be pretty sweet skull fuck though.
Though I don't know what to say, I'll say it anyway. Today is another day to find you shying away. I'll be coming for your love, okay? Shying away. I'll be coming for your love, okay? sorry.